you get the message. Life is hectic, but we gotta keep it rolling, no. Gotta keep it grooving, keep it moving like we stole it, though. Rolling with the punches, giving hits like we are Interscope. Even though I'm clocking, punching in, I'm independent, though. Staying prayed up, ain't nothing gon' phase us. Ain't never gon' let a lame say what they just made up. I never take a pay cut, we getting what we worked in. I never change the blueprint, cause we know it's really working.
Keep on moving,
Moving,
we keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down,
Keep
never
on moving,
moving.
we keep on moving along.
Keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't
Keep it rolling, keep it
slowing
moving,
it
we
down.
ain't never gonna lose it. Cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play into their amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never. Never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can't compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in, get your reps in, get your. Never rest on a past success. You gotta love what you do if you tryna be the best.
Keep on moving,
Moving,
we keep on moving along.
keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling.
No, we ain't slowing it down.
Never slowing down, never
Keep on moving,
moving.
we keep on moving
Keep
along.
it moving, keep it moving, keep it
rolling.
rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, like you break a day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
To go on the power play, passes it forward. Gagnon at center ice, going over the line, coming in shorthanded, takes the shot. Oh, that got behind. It looked like it got behind somehow Brooks, but they set up. He's still skating with it, circling. He's just going to do laps here until he finds somebody. In front, chance, and a shot for Bull as that's knocked into the corner. He got away, and that's exactly what they tried to do, split the diamond. And then it's Mason Reese with it. Back to Willis. Willis sending it around to the other side. Devlin sends it back in. A funny chance. Oh, and that's just the wildest of goals. A complete swipe. And when we see this one on replay, this is candidate for one of the wildest goals I've ever seen in the league.
That was a heck of a tip. Looked like he just, like you said, swiped at it and got a nice little tip to go upstairs on him.
And wow. So there you go. The Red Devils have some work to do. They're down 1. That goes out to the blue line. Low shot, it scores right back at it as Tappan sends it into Gagnon. And the Red Devils are making their own luck today. 1-1 the score. They're back and even.
There we go. What an answer to put that one back in and get a tip of their own.
Yeah, that's a defensive lapse by the Stampede there. You look at this. And now it's Haast. And the Red Devils move it out. Gagnon back out on the ice. Has it, holds it, shot, and a goal! Gagnon makes it 2-1. Caleb, that is the counterattack we were talking about.
Absolutely. It's nice to see him turn around and just get a nice little chance to push up the win.
It's going to go around. Harry Lowe's going to get on the other side of the ice. In front, chase and a goal! What a move! Harry Lowe passes it to Guerin, and Guerin slams it home, making it 3-1 Red Devils.
Awesome to see that forecheck from Harry Lowe right there. He made that one happen by being able to be the first to the puck and then beat that and get that across the crease. So what a play.
Good play there by Higgins, just knocking him over. A chance. Gagnon's hand was slapped away there. That's a penalty. That is going to be the slash that gets called here. 3-1 the score. We'll see if we can make it 4. Gagnon has the puck, and here we go. Oh, what a drag. Wow. Alex Gagnon taking another one, making it 4-1. And this is one where they have to be very careful not to give up a chance for the Stampede. Shot and a goal! It's as if they heard me. You have Flight coming in quickly. Who had that goal? That was...
number 36, I believe Logan Campbell.
And it was indeed Campbell.
It's a nice shot up and over the shoulder, and like you said, they got to be careful, otherwise...
3-on-2 here. Devlin brings it in, looking for Roth, but he can't do it. He leaves it at the point. Blue line shot high, and a glove save by Carey. He bails him out as the Stampede had numbers there. And it goes out to neutral. Gene with it, carrying it in. He's holding it, and another save. Flashing the leather is Tim Carey. They'll let Gene continue to shoot outside the dot every time. Couldn't see it because Brown was in front of him. And now Bull's breaking out, up to Higgins. Higgins leaves it behind for Bull. Shot, hits the pipe, and that one comes out quickly. Good defense there to prevent the fast break for the, that's deflected coming in, goes off the glass, comes back out to Roth. The half boards, he takes it low, goes behind, in front, chances, scores! McCarr getting it off the backboard, and too quick for Carey, and that's 4-3. Stampede down by just 1.
A bit of a nice passing play down low. They're able to get it down below the goal line and just a nice pass in front.
Devlin to take this one to Gene. On a chance and a goal. He never saw it. I never saw it going through because of all the traffic. And that one snuck by. 4-4 the score. The Stampede are back even with the Red Devils.
That's a tough one and a good way to get...
Holding onto it at the point. Goes low. Across the ice again. Yoni walks it in. One move, takes a shot, and it goes in! Deflected, and it hits the post. Bounces down. Brooks thought he had it, but it bounced exactly where the Red Devils want it. They go up 5-4. Post
right
shot.
Off the corner, off Mike Morrissey, and Luke Tappan puts it in.
But it was deflected on the way in. Rusky Jones doing good with the defense there. Gagnon, shot. Pad save. Haast pays the price, goes into the boards. Tappan keeps it in. Is able to see enough of that. That goes out to Gene. One player back out on the ice, 5-on-4. Back to Jean up top. Shot and a goal! Connor Jean gets one back with 5 seconds to go on the power play, so that'll clear Brown's penalty. 5-5 the score, and some disgust on the Red Devils as they were nearly out of that jailbreak. No mistakes. Gagnon's going to get one more shot at this up the left side. 4 seconds to go. Shot and goal! He scored! The clock is out! 6-5, the winner in regulation. Alex Gagnon saves the day.
What a shot.
Everybody needs to be aware that they're going to take a shot. 2 seconds officially, and they drop the puck, and that's it.
There it is.
The Red Devils,
Wow.
do the awesome thing.
Building a second dwelling can get complicated pretty quickly. Between the noise, builders, and delays, it's stressful. Expanders are delivered as a finished unit, ready to be set up on your land in a single day. Want to check the quality? Come in, have a cuppa, and book a viewing at the warehouse.
The Red Devils would like to thank Expanders, quality portable and expandable buildings designed for New Zealand conditions. Precision built off-site, delivered ready to use, and transforming on-site. Real space without a full build. Tappan Logistics, proud Christchurch partners of the Red Devils. When your freight has to move, the team at Tappan gets it where it needs to be on time. Happy Scrappy, privately owned, family-run, and New Zealand's largest recycler of used automotive batteries. Competitive pricing, friendly service, and a skip and bin service across the Canterbury region. 80 years on Blenheim Road. Beckford Sports Medicine, keeping you active. From backyard cricketers to elite athletes, Beckford specializes in the diagnosis, management, and prevention of sports and musculoskeletal injuries. Performance Plus Physio, a team of professional physios in Addington and Wigram dedicated to excellence in physical therapy. ACC accredited, no GP referral required. Reform Radiology, advanced diagnostic imaging in Central Christchurch. X-ray, MRI, CT, and the South Island's first private nuclear medicine service across 2 clinics on Antigua and Kilmore Streets. Futaporo, awesome accountants where business success meets championship spirit. Since 1993, Futaporo has brought grit, strategy, and teamwork to clients across Aotearoa. Get on the team, play to win.
Skating's only part of it. Alpine ice.
Kia ora koutou. Welcome, everybody, to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez, here with Dan Nichols, and we're here to bring you the curtain closer of the regular season for the Red Devils here in Christchurch. Dan, welcome back.
Thank you, Matt. Good to be back here today, and looks like I missed a fantastic game yesterday.
Oh, it was nothing. Just another game. Other than it was absolutely fantastic. Lots to talk about today. I think that yesterday was kind of one of those turning points, I think you can say, for a team like the Red Devils. I was talking to Coach Perver for a moment earlier today, and kind of talked about the fact that there was a slow start for the season, but since they came back from the Queenstown trip, they actually have a winning record, 5-4 in the last 9 games. So it feels like things are turning around here a little bit.
Indeed, and pretty much even throughout the whole season they've been competitive.
Yeah.
In the first round against the Stampede down in Queenstown, they took them to overtime. They had a lead in the other in the other one, and Stampede came back. So they've been a competitive team. I can't recall a big blowout by any means. Maybe the first round up versus Admirals, but since that, the last 12 games, 14 games, 10 or 12 games they've played, they've been competitive. They've been there or thereabouts, and again, probably could have won all of them, but it's not the way the cookie crumbles. Well,
and the other funny thing was we were talking about the fact that before yesterday, they hadn't won the first game of any series. They had lost 0-6 on their first game until yesterday. So, Chris, let's go ahead and go through what we've got on the standings. It's an interesting one here. This is as of last night's win for the Red Devils. You see that they're on 16 points now. And it's a crowded top 3 and a very tight last 2 to get in on the top 4. So I think I have some scenarios here that we can talk about. I think we were just talking off air. Yeah, here you go. That's all of them, but what's the important stuff, Dan?
Yeah, well, again, two teams playing today. Both can sort of lock up their playoffs or their spots. So if the SkyCity Stampede bounce back today and win, they will lock up first place spot on the standings and have home final guaranteed for them. If the Red Devils manage to win today, they will lock up a playoff spot. To be determined if that's 3rd or 4th.
Correct. So if you're in Queenstown and you're watching today, once again, you can bank on that home final. That is a for sure thing, no matter what happens in your last final, your last 3 games of the year. And yeah, when Dunedin done, and they're on equal points. The Stampede have the tiebreaker on that, so that's exactly they can't get any higher than 2.
Can I just shout out the Dunedin Thunder?
Yeah, please.
They wrapped up their season and they almost went 50-50 on the weekends.
Yes.
Except they managed to sweep the Botany Swarm this weekend just beat. So for the first time this season, they managed to have 2 wins or 2 losses.
And we were talking about it yesterday. The oddity of it was they'd gone loss, win, win, loss, win, all the way through the season up until the very last game. Then they spoiled it with that run. But congratulations to them. That was another weird quirk out of the trends that were going on. So pretty simple maths for the Red Devils, though. Really, they've got 3 games, and outside of any fringe cases here, 1 win will do. It's very unlikely, but it is possible they could catch the 3rd spot. But that just has to be the Admirals. Well, there's a whole lot of things that happen. They have to win all 3 and a few other things. But right now, they just need 1 win.
Coaches and players are focusing on today. You win today, that locks in your season's playoffs or hosting the finals. Then you still got 1 more round to go. Red Devils will go up to Auckland next weekend and play the Botany Swarm, who are currently in the 5th spot. So again, Botany Swarm will be fighting very hard next week. If the Red Devils don't get any points today, they can still make the playoffs if they take 2 off the Red Devils. So if you're the Red Devils and or the Stampede, win today, lock your position in. Yeah,
it's an interesting one. If the Red Devils win today, they get their playoff spot. If they lose today, they effectively start the playoffs immediately in a play-in 4-5 situation, which is a weird quirk of the schedule, but an interesting way to motivate the team. And they'll be looking to get 2 today, that's for sure. So let's talk starting lineups and scoring leaders here. So a lot of interesting stories throughout the league. Let's see what we have coming up here first. Is it the scoring leaders? Still waiting on this one. There it is. And these are your players to look out for today and through the rest of the year, honestly. Connor Jean had a slow first period yesterday and then started firing from deep and did pretty well yesterday with the once he kind of got past that first period, but the Red Devils did a good job keeping him outside for the most part, keeping him along the blue line. That was a big deal. And then on the other side, you have Gagnon and Haast leading the league in goals and assists.
Yeah, indeed. Gagnon was on fire there yesterday. 4 goals, 1 on a penalty shot, which, again, from me watching the highlight package, which you can find on the NZIHL YouTube channel, was a very nice move there to get around Brooks. But yeah, 4-goal game for Gagnon there yesterday. Fabian Haast still manages to keep tally up assist after assist, but doesn't quite feature too often in the goal scoring column. But hey, points are points, and I think he is 7th in the league in the NZIHL points with a very heavy assist points.
And it's Luke Stegman that is number 1 with 41 points. Yeah.
So Stegman and then Beckstead behind him at 40 points. They've finished up their regular season. Gagnon's in third there at 36 points. 4 or 5 points behind them. So we'll see how he goes over his next 3 games. Will he take the top spot or not?
And let's go ahead and start talking starting sixes here, because it is that time. The teams are taking the ice. The Red Devils going through the Devil Head over here, and it is, of course, the import line starting out with Haast, Gagnon, and Morrissey up front. And as we said, Byfield back in defense. That's a big help for the Red Devils to get him back out there. Also to mention, your friend, number 55, not available today.
He's not available. Yeah, Logan Willis, yes, he's out with an injured foot, so I'm hobbling around. He didn't quite explain to me, so I only can speculate if it was a broken toenail or not. He did have some sort of crutches helping him, so I'll give him credit. Maybe it was a little bit more serious than that.
Well, he said, if you'd actually been here and seen it, everything would have been okay, but apparently you weren't, so that's what he left me with on that. But his as soon as he got out of the booth, foot swelled, couldn't do it. So he's out today, but they move everybody up, and they've been playing a lot of D yesterday, so I'm expecting that'll be all right. A lot of changes for the starting lineup for the Stampede. Freer, Devlin, and Jean on the right, with True and Roth. Jean and Roth, obviously the connection to be looking for, especially when Roth is on that blue line and moving around. And then Gerard in goal today instead of Brooks.
Yeah, so again, made comments around this many times. The goalies, both teams sort of rolling their goalies, so splitting time. So yeah, Joel Gerard starting here for the Stampede, and down the other end for the Red Devils, we've got Dan Reason in there with Tim Carey having the night off. After his win yesterday.
Just as expected, they've been rolling them like you said, but with Reason in net. Interestingly, hopefully, I don't think Tim's dressed, but Reason will go the distance here for the Red Devils. But an interesting change nonetheless, just staying on schedule. And I think that's it's about time to drop a puck, right?
Again, another reasonable crowd here in the upper
sellout, yeah.
Yesterday was sellout, and again, probably looking very close to it again tonight.
Yeah, it did sell out. So if you didn't get in, you're watching it here with us, and we're about to get ready. First period action here at the Alpine Ice. Gagnon and Devlin take it. And as featured yesterday, it is the Stampede winning the face-off battle. They won a lot of them yesterday, and it made a difference, especially in the third period. Haas chops it back. Byfield has it, and he's going to clear it out to Morrissey, who taps it forward to Haas. Haas circles and waits for help. He's going to bring it in the zone. Circles again, comes out. And the Red Devils look to get set up. Lowe getting it to Tappan. Long pass, that's going to get picked up by Haas. Drop pass, Gagnon shoots, goes high, over the bar, and into the netting.
some good puck control composure here from the Red Devils to start with. Obviously Fabian Haas loves the puck on his stick, looking for his teammates to get those assist tallies, but he goes into the blue zone a couple of times, comes back out, just keeps control of it. Red Devils, again, maybe haven't been too successful throughout the whole season doing some nice regroups, but that time it worked out for them.
Bull wins that one, pulls it back to Reese, and he sends it around the boards. Hayden Bull flips it out into the middle. Higgins with it, shot, and that is blocked to the side. Kind of just flipped back into the crease, comes back out, and Brown has it at the point, sends it back around. Stampede with it now, and picked off by Higgins. He flips it behind. And McCarg with it, flips it all the way down to Reason. Brown lets that puck escape away, and Risky Jones can't play it. So Hayden Bull throws it the length of the ice, and the Red Devils go for a change. Stampede with the puck. They start to come in with some velocity. Roth with a shot. That hits tap and stick, goes up in the netting, and we get a stop and play.
Bit back and forth. I noticed yesterday the Stampede only hit about 4 defensemen that they were sort of rolling through, so it'll be interesting to see how their legs have freshened up here today.
Or not. That was a key feature in the early play, and Haas hits the deck. It was Harrison with a good hit, and Harrison couldn't play the puck there, but they give it up, and it is true at neutral. Sent in, they let that one go. Tappan's going to get behind and icing the call as it was not played, and we're going to go to the other side. Yeah, velocity coming into the blue zone was over the blue line, excuse me, into the offensive zone was a focus.
Question for you, Matt, because I wasn't here yesterday. What happened? Physicality yesterday? Up, down, not quite there?
Very controlled. With an exception. We'll talk about it in a minute. It's kind of good that you weren't here, so now we can kind of recap as we go. This is good. Tapping with it at the point. Keeps it in, sends it deep. Roth at the Zamboni doors. Does a quick move, but it's Morrissey taking it away from him. Now Haas has it, goes behind the cage, flips it back. Shot from a tough angle there. And there's a player down. I think it's Byfield that hit the deck in the crease. And now the Stampede have it. Harrison's going to gain the zone on the right side. He holds up. Haas in front. Haas trying to play that away. He gets the puck. Held into the corner. And he does a really good job of just holding possession and allowing the Red Devils to escape. They bring it in. Gagnon backs off. Tappan stays at the point. Now he gets the puck. Flipped in. Doesn't get through. Hits traffic. They send it around the boards. Doesn't go all the way. Now that pass gets deflected and goes into the stands for a face-off that'll come out to the neutral zone, I think.
Yeah, good play there by Haas. He's covering for Byfield, who had jumped up into the play and got a little bit of help into the net there in front of Gerard. But Haas tracking back there. He almost didn't quite stop on the time, and Harrison did have a little bit of time with the puck, but didn't come of anything there for the SkyCity Stampede.
Bull taking this one. Gets swatted back. Rusky Jones pays the price. Hits the glass hard. Crowd reacts a little bit. Reese has it. Reese carries it to the goal line. And that goes behind the boards, behind the net, and Stampede get it taken away by Higgins for a moment. Now it goes to Devlin, chopped away by Lowe. Reese will go into the boards, and that puck keeps moving, even though everybody's kind of dancing around it. It goes out to the point. Amston has it now, right side, shot in, and goal! Stefan Amston gets a traffic goal from the point, and it is the Stampede taking the lead 1-0.
There you go. Stampede managed to get control of the puck there in the corner, pass it up to the blue line with his time and space. Nice D-to-D pass to Amston. Yeah, look, body in front, and the Red Deal coming in front. Dan Reason just loses sight of it on the way through. I think it went through on Blocker's side there. But again, Stefan Amston, good shot from the point. Fires it, throws it on there. Is that Devlin in front?
Yeah, Devlin may have tipped that one too. We'll see how that gets scored. Either way, 1-0 the score. And the Stampede have it off the dot. Campbell has it. He's going to move into the zone. Shamil Dadoff with it for a moment. Comes out, and Gallagher has it. Flipped in off the backboard. They chase it. Roth gets there first. And the Stampede hold on to it for a moment. Now it's knocked away. They still have possession, goes back to Cam True. Campbell flips it out of the zone. Dead off with it at the red line. Flipped in. Campbell hits it. Stampede were looking for an icing call. Wasn't ever going to happen as it hit a stick coming in. And now McCog leaves it for Campbell. Campbell with a shot. Glove save. Reason holds on. And we get a stop and play.
Shift here for the third line for the Red Devils. Got a little bit of youth and speed out there. Trying to maybe go with a dump and chase strategy as well. So good. I think they had quite a bit of a balanced ice time yesterday, looking at some of the stats. The third line for the Red Devils, we're getting some ice time where, Stampede, again, being the sort of away team, you don't have necessarily your full bench. But that's, part of travelling. You rely a bit more on your skaters.
Amston from the same spot. This one never gets through, though. And now Harrison on the far side brings it around the corner. Comes out with Byfield. Morrissey gets it out of the zone up to Gagnon. Gagnon over the blue line. Shot! And held on there by Gerard.
Yeah, some good transition there. Got some puck to Gagnon, building up some speed all through that neutral zone. But credit to the Stampede, just holding that central lane of the ice and really only giving them outside. And don't think that one tested Gerard too much as that found up almost into the stomach area.
Higgins and Harry Lowe yesterday were that physical presence we were going to talk about. We'll get a little more on that. That goes into the left corner. Gagnon skates through and over the center line. Back into the crease. Byfield takes a shot, and it doesn't get through. Good effort.
Connor Harrison with the block there.
Gagnon gets it at the blue line himself. Tries to get a shot off. Can't do anything. He's slashed away, but arm stays down. Now it's picked off by Haast. Haast waiting for it. Now he's going to bring it in the zone, and he's offside. He didn't see it. Gagnon hadn't cleared yet. Yeah, yesterday, Dan, it was interesting with the physicality was very clean generally. There was a little afters in the third period you might have seen, but there was kind of like a Energizer Bunny go, go, go line, and that was with Harry Lowe and with Higgins, just energy. And outside of the fact that I think they had 6 penalty minutes, they played way above where you'd expect them to play yesterday, and that made a big difference.
Yeah, I think we didn't talk about it much in the pre-game, but penalties or lack of penalties against will be a key for this one. Again, I think Red Devils do what they do occasionally. They get a lead, and then they actually struggle to hold the lead throughout the game, and they got a bit into penalty trouble there late in the third period, which caused the Stampede, or gave chances to the Stampede to come back yesterday. So discipline will be a key focus here for the Red Devils. Stampede have got a pretty decent power play, striking at 25% of the time.
Yeah, Devlin was playing his normal pesty kind of play that he did, and it was working a little way, but chance in front for Reese. That goes out of play on the right side.
One of those ones from Higgins, throw it to the net, and it was actually quite good time, and Reese was almost there, but Gerard got his big paddle on it and pops it up into the netting. So
yeah, and yesterday the most important goal I thought outside of everything Gagnon did was Harry Lowe getting it to Guerin, who slapped it home. That was a big one. That was Bull trying to get that into the crease. Stampede have the puck. It's True now. True to exit. Goes past Freer. That pass skipped over his stick. Brown can't play it around. Gene on him. He's going to take the puck away. Gives it to Devlin. Now to True. Shot. Kick save. Goes into the corner. Roth with it. Roth sends it low off the boards, looking for a pass off the back. And that pass goes in front to Freer. Puck traveling around. Josh Lowe flipping it out. Funny bounce off the dasher there, but it does go out of the zone. It'll be Hayden Bull chasing that down, but Connor Jean gets there first. Stampede looking to move that out. 3-line pass there. And that's going to get turned back. Sean Brown on the play forward, but now they have a 3-on-2. Freer and Lowe. Arm stays down on that one. That was a potential interference. The puck ends up with Reason. And close play there. Yeah.
Timing was maybe getting a little bit late there, but for Harry Lowe, but not in the opinion of the referees on that one. So we'll avoid that here as we talked about the third line here for the Red Devils up.
And it'll be Gallagher to take that one. It is won by McCog. It comes out, Amston throwing it deep. Goes around the corner. Guerin digs it out from that half board, asking for it back, but it goes to the other side of the ice. Poked out and forward. This will go for icing if Gallagher doesn't get there in time, and it is Amston winning the race.
Indeed, again, that's probably the focus of this line, bring some speed. Dump and chase isn't a bad idea if you're ready to put the Stampede D under pressure. And like I said, if they're only going to be rolling 4D, dump and chase early, get them tired in the first period, can only set you up well for the second and third periods.
Yeah, I think that there's some focus there to put it off the wall, and I think that's exactly what happened there. But you have to be careful not to over-project that one, or you end up with icings. And that's what they ran into. We'll see how that evolves. Hopkins getting that out. No ice there. That's waved off. Amston looking for it. Won't get it. Turns it around, and it is the Stampede setting up again. 1-0 to score here at the Alpine Ice. Stampede up. McCog takes in the zone, comes in the zone. Amston with a shot. Little flipper there as they go for a line change. Guerin now has it. He tries a backhand to try to get out of the zone, but Harrison in the way, and he gets the puck back, gets a shot off, but it was off target. The Red Devils having a hard time getting it out of that right side. This line just, they get the puck moving, but just not getting it over the blue line. Now that's skated out. And Gagnon taken down, still not seeing any arms. It's pretty clear that the boundary for both teams is a little higher today. Gagnon trying to get that puck. Stampede keep it in their zone. Shot, Reason with a rebound there. Tappan trying to get it out, only goes to Roth. That one's sent in from the point, and now Tappan controls it. Tries to get it past Morrissey. Morrissey pays the price, but Gagnon coming up the left side, skates around True. And again, he gets a good shot away, but a kick save. Gagnon with another shot, stays in. And no, that did hit the netting. It just took him a second to confirm that, and out of play.
Yeah, seeing a little bit of the play style from the SkyCity Stampede that we're probably used to. Quite gritty, aggressive, like strong on pucks, will put a lot of pressure on you on the foot when you're forechecking. And yeah, Red Devils again just probably haven't quite mustered getting out of their own zone cleanly here so far.
Yeah, the forecheck's really working for them so far. They're going to have to adjust quite a bit. And good work there by the Stampede. Devlin bringing it in the zone. Amston doing a lot of work. He played 35 minutes yesterday. Another shot that kind of bounces in, wasn't on target. Devlin has it behind the net. Devlin loses it to Brown for a moment there. Freer tries to send it around, but it hits the glass and bounces funny. An Alpine Ice special, and that one again off the wall, but goes too far and goes for an icing.
Yeah, there's a couple of noticeable roster changes for the SkyCity Stampede at the start of the season, with Colin McIntosh and Callum Burns heading over to the Australian Ice Hockey League there for the Melbourne Mustangs. But still, you can see the Stampede's still at the top of the table. They've still got a lot of depth and experience around, and they've got some quite wise, witty players. They might not necessarily always beat you on speed, but they're strong and they've got their head on, so they'll almost outplay you.
And that's experience from winning for a long time.
I didn't check my facts here, Matt, but I feel like it's last 10 championships they've won 9 of them.
9 of 10. That's correct.
10. There we go.
Brown with that as he brings it in the zone. That pass picked off pretty easily there, and out skating everybody. It's a chance for Gene. Yeah, sorry, I didn't get the 11 on it. His number kind of disappeared for a moment. That gets passed into the corner. Brown with it. And they are letting some things go today, that's for sure. Passed forward beyond Reese. He kind of flips it into the players area. Dangerous one as the puck goes out of play.
Yeah, just trying to get a touch on it to negate any icing, but a little bit too much on it and up into the Stampede bench area. And thankfully for some netting, didn't go into any spectators.
Yeah.
Off the back there. So.
Yeah, got to keep your eyes open when you're at the Alpine Ice, that's for sure. There's nets everywhere, but got to be careful. Anyway, Campbell gets that one away, and the Stampede and Roth bring it in the zone. Roth halfway in, takes a shot. Reason kicks it away, but it rebounds back to the Stampede. Out to True at the point. Goes low to McCog. McCog sends it behind. Dadoff with a puck now. He's going to sit behind the cage, now get it to Guerin. Guerin's going to skate this one out. He goes into the board, and then Gallagher hits it. Did that go into the netting? It did move.
Yeah.
I didn't really hear a whistle there.
Just across the top of the glass, enough to riffle the netting, so take a stoppage. But
Yeah, stop and play. I've got headphones on. You know how it is. You can barely hear anything around here, but it was a stop and play.
it's always a tough one for the referees as well when they're looking at the play and the puck goes behind them. They're not quite sure. They're really listening to hear if they heard glass or not.
Yeah, it is. Team Barcode has a tough job, that is for sure.
Especially when the netting's black up there as well. It's hard to see.
Gallagher gets it to Dadoff, takes the shot, and that was a good one as that wasn't seen by Gerard very easily.
No, I think he just
Good save.
was in a good position there, yeah.
Low on the forecheck. Stampede beat that, though, and it goes the length, and a little too much. Campbell can't get to it, icing the call, and it'll be the Red Devils making a change here, getting the top line back out, while Amston and crew are a little ice time out there, so should be all right, but playing for the offense here.
Indeed.
And this is interesting with Morrissey taking this face-off. He wins it, pulls it back, passed forward by Tappan. Morrissey in the left corner. Out to Haast. Haast gets it back. That's actually a really good play. Tappan keeps it in. Back to Haast. Haast shoots. Oh, and a glove save. Gerard with a big one there. He stretched out and just flashed the leather.
Big save. So yesterday we saw Aston Brooks in net for the SkyCity Stampede, and so he's the more experienced or old glove, if you will, five-time NZIHL best goalie. So today we're seeing the young up-and-coming Joel Gerard holding some great stats. But if you looked at their stats throughout the season, we're pretty much both up there and close to 90 save %. So
Morrissey wins another face-off. Gagnon with a shot. I think it hit the goaltender's gear. He's asking for a stop in play. And they're not going to get it. Roth continues to play over the blue line. Comes back. Tappan flips it out. Stampede have it back. Up to Connor Harrison. Off the board. Tappan collects. Goes around Reason's net. Byfield goes across the ice. Gagnon gets it out of the zone. Off a skate. Byfield has to collect. They redo it. It'll give the Stampede a chance to change, but it's Gagnon up front. He spins. They chop through and it goes into the corner. Stampede get that back out. They're going to go for an icing here. And pretty reasonable one as they were kind of out of position and they get a stop. And Gerard gets a chance to deal with his equipment.
yeah, he sort of put a stick up pretty early after sort of that shot glanced him, I think, from Gagnon, but referee was there as the play was going up the ice. Referee did check in on him, so it obviously wasn't anything too serious.
They drop the puck, and it goes behind. Flight with it. Goes out to Brown. Brown with a shot. That's off a shin. He holds it in the zone. Good play there. Cross ice pass, but it's Stefan Amston there for the puck. Cutting the lane off. Puck's going to go around the zone, come out, and it'll be Sean Brown skating it down. Rusky Jones on him. He's going to clear the ice and go for a change. And now it's Sean Brown coming out of the zone. Passes it forward to Reese. Off his tape. And that looked like it was a shot coming in on Gerard for a moment, but it was just passing it around the boards there for the Stampede. They're not shooting on their own goalie, I promise. Amston with it. He comes in the zone. Goes around the cage. Passes in front. And another chance there for the Stampede to chop something home. It's still Gene up against the board there. The Red Devils trying to dig that out. They got 3 players in there. And it's out to Skipper. No, he doesn't play it. And it goes back to Tappan behind the net. Gene looking for the pass. Gets it taken off of him. Goes out of the zone. Stampede throw it back in. They don't play it, so it's not offside, but it is Harry Lowe with the puck. He's going to come in the zone. Oh, he gets hit by Roth. And that puck stays with the Stampede for just a moment as they just decide to get rid of it. Oh, an absolute walloping hit against Gallagher. Well, he's going to come right back down the ice. He's got the puck, and he's ready to play it after that hit. Good shoulder check to Byfield now across the blue line to Tappan. Long shot in. That was off target, goes off the backboard. Byfield sweeping it back in. They can't get anything on it. Now the Stampede look to break out their 2-on-3. It's Roby sending it deep. And now Tappan has the puck. One on the forecheck for the Stampede. Tappan backing up again. Dangerous pass there. Byfield gives it up. And once again, another risky pass in that back third.
A little bit of broken play, really. No one's really establishing good control with the puck down in the offensive zone. It's a little bit back and forward. Some chances forming, but not really turning into high-scoring chances.
And now Gagnon skates hard and gets the puck out of the back third, which is what the Red Devils needed. Haast with it now. It's really going to come down to whether they can get the non-import line to get out of that back third. Haast with it, bringing it in the zone. Chopped away, a slash against the stick, but not enough to draw a penalty. Dadov's going to go back. Stampede for a change. And it's Dadov with it. Gets it out of the zone on a long pass, but it just goes to Harrison. Harrison flips it in, off target, bounces into the corner on the near side. Trying to get it in off the wall again. Reason watches it go behind the net. Dadov goes around the cage, up to Morrissey. Morrissey walks it out of the zone. Gagnon with it. They flip it in, goes a little past off shot, and that goes a little bit high. Gagnon took that one. Funny bounce as it comes back to the defensive side. Dadov with the pass across the ice. Haast with it. Haast skating, circling again. And now pass forward to Morrissey as he's got some space. Morrissey across the way to Gagnon. Shot, and that goes directly into the cage of Gerard, and they get a stop as that puck goes up and out of play.
Really nicely set up there, and yeah, Gagnon's really trying to get it. I think it was just not quite in the slot there for him to fully get all of it on it. Gerard still, I think, had to make a save there, but yeah, look, again, a bit of free-flowing game, not too many whistles. You know, they're letting some sticks go.
And we almost lost a camera there, I saw in the replay. That's frightening. That ain't cheap. Anyway, Higgins trying to get to it. He's Stampede have to let it go because they were offside. Goes as far as the blue line, comes back to Boole now. Boole takes a hit. Still behind the, well, it comes out from behind the goal. Goes as far as Higgins. Higgins knocks it down, doesn't put a glove on it this time. Freer with it. In front chance. Oh, and they almost got just a quick little tap in, but they couldn't connect. The Stampede nearly make it 2. And that one comes in on Reason, and he gets a stop, and we get a face-off.
That's quite threatening there because they had about 4 Stampede players entering the zone, and Roth was flying for that far post. And again, Red Devils players didn't recognise and pick him up, but it was a good throw across, but he couldn't quite get all the stick on it.
Yeah, McCark just, I mean, if he gets a better deflection, that's 2. Speaking of, McCark will take the face-off against Gallagher. Red Devils end up with the puck. Freer sends it in on a tough angle shot. Now Gallagher whips it around, only goes as far as Risky Jones. And now Guerin goes the high route, which was effective yesterday. Puck bounces and then comes back into the offensive zone for the Stampede. Byfield just held it for a while there, thinking about who to go to, and now it's turned over to Amston. Tappan gets it just before it gets to Reason. Tappan pays the price, and that puck flipped out to neutral. I think they've decided enough with this wall stuff. They're just going to go the high route. Tappan gets skated right by, shot. Rusky Jones puts it past Reason, and that makes it 2-0 for the SkyCity Stampede.
Yeah, Red Devils struggling to get out of their defensive zone, so just resort to throwing up to the neutral zone, but gives the chance to Stampede to regroup. Tappan will took the hit in the corner, so he can't get up to the blue line quickly to stop to generate backward speed to mark was Axel Rusty Jones, I believe, and so he just takes a nice move to the outside and then picks a spot, low glove, I believe, on Dan Reason.
Yep. I think it was. I think that was Ollie. It was 78.
No, it was 9.
It was 9. So it was Axel. You are correct. There you go. The more prepared of the two of us. There it is. Flight trying to hold on to that one as the Stampede really trying to put a stamp on this first period here. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Flight gets to it when we have a stop in play. What do we have a stop in play for? That's a better question. Oh, the net came off.
Yeah, it does. And I was just checking my team list out because it's not uncommon in the NZIHL to have brothers playing in the league, and I think Stampede might have 4 sets of them there as well. So Rusky Jones, the McCargs, the Freers, and Campbells, I believe.
And Rusky Jones is the family name that we're struggling with a little bit here today just because of the two of them, but we'll get there. True sending it around. And speaking of, Josh Lowe. And that puck goes right in front of Reason. That's a dangerous one, but the Red Devils figure it out and get rid of it. No icing here as it goes the length. True flipping it back to Roth, and we get some changes. Tim Thomas out for the Red Devils for the first time this weekend. Roth coming up the right. Roth with a shot. Kick save, and it looked like there were 2 shots there. And now Gagnon trying to flip it off the wall. He gets a chance here one-on-one. He holds it. Does he leave it for Morrissey? No, he doesn't. He goes for Brown. And a chance. Great passing there. Just couldn't finish it. Gagnon sending it deep back to Morrissey. Back out to Gagnon. Shot deflected off of Roth, it looked like. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins feeds Morrissey off the wall. And now the physicality picking up. Roby goes into the wall. Gagnon sidesteps and gets kneed pretty hard.
Yeah,
now Roby with it.
You could tell he was out of position because his arms were reaching in as well for the hit.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's a leading scorer in the league. Taking one like that, you have to be very careful with. That is Haast with a puck now. Haast over the blue line. Haast getting lifted away from just off of a skate blade. And now the Stampede come back with the puck. Hopkins off the board. They go back out to neutral. Yeah, and there's some back and forth between McCog and Haast. That they are really not seeing anything today. I got to be honest. That's there's some physical stuff that really shouldn't be going on. It's not getting called, it seems like. Now it's an opinion, but they are definitely letting him play.
That looks like both teams are getting a piece of it though.
Yeah, it's even for sure. Higgins goes down in a bit of a bump. Stampede have the puck. Higgins loses his stick. Roth comes in. Freer with it now. Freer with a shot. Kick save by Reason. Flight has it. Doesn't get through on that one. Rusky Jones tries to shoot. Can't get it out. 30 seconds to go here in the first period. And I guess the only good thing is that Haast didn't get called for a retaliation there because he could have.
Yeah, might have got one for one. Let them play.
Yep. Morrissey with it now over the blue line. Shot that was just over the pipe off the left side. 5 seconds to go. Tappan's got to hold this one back. So this will end the first period. Much more physical this time around. Very different. And it's there's a lot of chirping going on that was very different from yesterday's game.
Yep. And look, it seemed like Stampede, once they sort of got the goal there, they're pretty happy to sort of play a little bit more passive. They weren't necessarily as harder on the forecheck. Again, they're probably just using a bit more of their head and the wiseness, save your legs a bit from having to skate too much. But yeah, like again, when you got a lead, you know, you can afford to maybe just change your game plan just slightly there. But yeah, again, physicality was picking up, a little bit of sticks going left and right as well. But so it'll be just interesting here. Again, I've made it earlier, is that you've got to play hard hockey, play within the rules. We'll play within what the refs are determining on the game.
Yes.
Because again, everyone sort of can interpret the black and white rule book differently, so they've got to be able to do that. But again, you've got to keep your emotion, you've got to keep it in check here. They've got to take this intermission now, reset, and come back out and play a good second period. And we've seen them play some good second periods of recent.
Yes.
They might not have started the season off with good second periods, but they definitely started with have built it over the last few rounds here of second periods. So here, really important for Red Devils to reset and come back at it here, because again, it'd be very good for them to lock up a playoff spot this weekend.
It would be, and it would save everybody a lot of trouble. That's for sure. They're still going to go up to Botany one way or the other, but it does change the way everything's thought about. It also is noticeable, like for example, Morrissey taking some of the face-offs. That's there's some adjustments there that you can tell are kind of in preparation for more hockey. But you just have to get everybody some experience. But that's those minor changes are out there today.
Speaking of experience, I did notice, I think we had a fourth line wing pair get a shift, Barden and Timmy Thomas, and I think that might be Jack Barden's first shift.
Oh, there you go.
He hasn't dressed so far this season, so he was out there for a bit with Gagnon in the middle, just to hold him down. So. Look, we are waiting. We do have the captain of the SkyCity Stampede lined up, but he's obviously, we can just see him off the side of our screen here having just a final chat here with the officials. So, and the Red Devils still are clearing the bench area as well. So, if we can pad another little minute or two here, Matt, I'm sure we'll get Mr. Harrison.
I think we'll be all right, but Mr. Harrison looks like he's coming here. Let me go ahead and turn up his headset. There you go. There he is.
Hello. Connor, you hear us loud and clear?
Yeah, I can hear you up there, Dan.
Very good, mate. All right, so 2-0 lead here. How are you feeling after that first 20?
A lot better than we were yesterday, I think. The travel legs got to us yesterday, and today we've had a bit of time to rest and get to our things and get going. I think we started quite strong.
Yeah, you put your body on the line early on with a wee block shot there in a scrambling play. How's your body feeling?
It's always feeling good, Dan, when you got the lead, and it makes it more worth it. So, yeah, we'll carry on with that.
Nice. And anything you took out of yesterday's game that you're trying to focus on today?
I think the effort was all there, but probably just our thinking, just how we're responding to things, and our positional play needed to improve a bit. But I think we're doing a lot better today.
All right, very good. You're only 20 minutes into this one, so 40 to go, mate. Go rest up and have a good one.
Thank you, Dan.
There you go. So SkyCity Stampede holding a 2-0 lead here at the end of the first period. We'll be back in about 8 or so minutes.
Building a second dwelling can get complicated pretty quickly. Between the noise, builders, and delays, it's stressful. Expanders are delivered as a finished unit, ready to be set up on your land in a single day. Want to check the quality? Come in, have a cuppa, and book a viewing at the warehouse.
The Red Devils would like to thank Expanders, quality portable and expandable buildings designed for New Zealand conditions. Precision built off-site, delivered ready to use, and transforming on-site. Real space without a full build. Tappan Logistics, proud Christchurch partners of the Red Devils. When your freight has to move, the team at Tappan gets it where it needs to be on time. Happy Scrappy, privately owned, family-run, and New Zealand's largest recycler of used automotive batteries. Competitive pricing, friendly service, and a skip and bin service across the Canterbury region. 80 years on Blenheim Road. Beckford Sports Medicine, keeping you active. From backyard cricketers to elite athletes, Beckford specializes in the diagnosis, management, and prevention of sports and musculoskeletal injuries. Performance Plus Physio, a team of professional physios in Addington and Wigram dedicated to excellence in physical therapy. ACC accredited, no GP referral required. Reform Radiology, advanced diagnostic imaging in Central Christchurch. X-ray, MRI, CT, and the South Island's first private nuclear medicine service across 2 clinics on Antigua and Kilmore Streets. Futaporo, awesome accountants where business success meets championship spirit. Since 1993, Futaporo has brought grit, strategy, and teamwork to clients across Aotearoa. Get on the team, play to win.
Skating's only part of it. Alpine ice.
No, my, howdy, my. Welcome back, everybody, to the first intermission. It is that time. It is the Under 12 Super League. Today we have players from the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association Under 12 Super League competing during this intermission with the Bats and the Spiders. It's been a theme this time around, the Bats and Spiders. Bats in the gray, of course, and the Spiders in the blue and red. If you have a child who might be interested in giving ice hockey a go, the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association has a Learn to Play program that offers a free trial session with gear included. To learn more, just Google Canterbury Ice Hockey Association or visit the website, which is ciha.org.nz. skycitystampedemusic.org.nz to arrange a free session. You'll see it there on the screen. These guys out here have a great time, and we've enjoyed showing them every game this year. The kids all start out with that blue puck and learn how to play the game in a safe and controlled environment. And like we said a couple of times before, this game, it's fun when the kids are out here. There's 3 games going at once. They put up barriers on that blue line, and they play vertically up and down the ice. So it's a great time for the kids. And if they're at all excited about playing ice hockey, and who's not right now, boys or girls, it's not we have lots of girls playing in the under 12. And anybody who's interested, give it a go, give it a shot, check out the website. And we're going to leave the camera on for a little bit. We're going to have to turn off the audio. We'll give a shout to YouTube for that one because we don't want to pick up any restricted music stuff that's playing here in the building. So that's why we do it. Wouldn't want to, but that is the reality these days. And we will see you in about 2 or 3 minutes to pick up action again. It is 2-0 for the SkyCity Stampede. We'll be back in a bit. Thanks, everybody. Kia ora koutou, welcome back everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. Matt Chavez, Dan Nichols, back with you to bring second period action in. And it's with a 2-0 lead for the Stampede here, Dan. It's an interesting one that they were able to jump out in front, and they started playing like they jumped out in front.
Yeah, indeed. Managed to get an early goal. A nice opening goal there. I had it down as Amston shooting from the point, but I think score sheet's got it down as Gene. So whether there was a tip in front or that, but anyway, they opened that scoring up there with a nice D-to-D move for a shot through traffic. And then we saw Axel Rusky Jones do a nice move on Tappan, who was a bit flat-footed, and then picked low corner there on Dan Reason. So SkyCity Stampede getting 2 goals here in the first. It didn't seem like it was dominant either way. I thought it was quite unbroken play happening. So we'll see what the coaches have said during the intermission here as we're back underway.
Back underway, of course, second period action. It's Roth on the clean ice, and the long changes in front. Gagnon with a shot and goal! Let's open it up by making the Red Devils cut it in half. Gagnon catching that puck right in front. A defensive lapse by the Stampede.
Yeah.
And here it is.
That breakout pass there, unfortunately for Trude, just goes straight to Haas, and Haas does not shoot it, of course. Passes it to the top assister in the league, passes it to the top goal scorer in the league, and they combine once again here for a goal in the very early stages here of the second period.
Well, they stuck to the marketing plan, okay, I guess, but absolutely perfect, giving Gagnon the shot there. And in the blink of an eye, the lead cut in half, and it will change the complex of this game quite a bit here on the fresh ice here in the second period. Rusky Jones sending it back around. Brown with it. Brown with the move. Good move there. He passes it forward. Bull's going to have to chase this one. No icing given here. Amston tries to get rid of it. Does it stay in? It does, but it comes right back out. Stampede with it. Long pass forward. Devlin's got it on the left side. He passes across the ice. Shot! Gene! And then another shot. Devlin. And that is a goal by Dylan Devlin, I believe.
I don't know.
But I can't.
The goal light buzzed, but I haven't seen the referee point to the back of the net.
Yeah, this is another weird one.
I think we have another one of that twitchy goal light down there. Might have set you off, but I think it hits the post there. It goes behind Dan Reason. The referee has made no point to the net there. So,
yeah, no goal. So that is the second time that goal light's gone off, and we've had that before, but no goal there, and very clearly on the replay it did not cross the line. So as Devlin thought he was close, I thought he was close. The light gets me because I can't see that directly, and yep, once again, Reese coming in, shot, and Gerard holds on to it. And we get a stop. 2-1 still the score.
We've got a clean sheet of ice, but it feels like there's still just maybe a little bit of surface water down the ends there. It's just maybe that's what caught True off in that early in that first period. He was trying to make that pass that looked like Devils as well. Just puck's just stopping still a little bit. So Red Devils will do a line change here to get their line matchups correctly.
Another beautiful day here in Christchurch, but it does play a little fiddly with the ice. Guerin can't keep it in. Tappan's going to move it away. Byfield looking up, and he throws it deep. Bounces funny. It's going to get to Lowe first. Lowe fires it in, but that's deflected. Picked off by Guerin. And now the Stampede hold it. Roth careful with it. Behind the cage, looking to get out. 2 on the forecheck. And everybody was back. McCog bringing it in the zone. Gets past the check. Leaves it. Gene has it now. He's pasted out of that play there. Into the boards. That comes out to neutral. Roth, and he hits his own player. Roby takes that one off the noggin. Roth still has the puck. Sent in. Glove save. Oh, and Roth snowing him. That's not considered very good etiquette for him to skate in like that and just absolutely snow Dan Reason.
Might have got away with one there, but yeah, had no reason to directly stop in front of the goalie there. Maybe learn a bit from playing some of his North American hockey, or more recently in the French leagues over there, but play on with no immediate repercussions.
Immediate being the key. Rusky Jones in from the near point. Passed in front. Rusky Jones with a shot. The other one, that was Axel taking that second shot. Goes around, past that off, goes out to the point. Long shot that goes off the side of the netting as Amston's rip goes through, and that one played away. Morrissey flipping it forward. Do they get the ice? They do. It was race won by Ollie Rusky Jones, and they'll go back to the other side with no changes for the Devils.
Yeah. Funny thing about hockey players, they might not always remember the coach's instructions, but they do normally remember numbers of players that do things that they don't quite like.
Receipts taken. Gagnon to take this one for the Red Devils. He wins it, goes behind, and that goes back out to Hopkins, who flips it out of the zone, but the Stampede have it. They're going to send it back in, and it works for them. Rusky Jones, and that's Axel, loses it. They pass it across the ice. Jackson Flight jumps the zone, gets in the lane. They pull it away, and It's going to be Hopkins fighting for it against Amston, but Amston with a better move. He circles around and loses it. Ollie Rusky Jones sends it in. Now Morrissey's got it. Goes out of the zone. Flight's got to sit and wait. He passes it over to Harrison as it's deflected in on him. Harrison still has it. Flight with a backhanded shot, not on target. Whipped out by Haast, or to Haast, excuse me, by Hopkins. Dadov knocked flat as he's caught just a little bit upright on that one. Welcome to the game. And another good play there to get the puck away from Gagnon. Stampede have it. True's going to hold on to it, and the Red Devils go for a change. And Reese with a hit back. The physicality picking up. Shot. And it's held. Freer's shot gloved by Reason.
Yeah, we just saw a couple of examples of flat-footed defensemen trying to make a pass with the offensive forechecker. Was Harrison getting the better of Dadov, and then Reese getting the better of True there. The D-man. Yeah, you're almost a sitting target if your feet are standing still trying to make a pass.
Yeah, it was all nice and casual yesterday until the Red Devils won. That's offside, so they're going to collect that one. They've tagged up. But now they, I believe the Stampede have figured things out. And I know that we talked to Connor Harrison on the interview about getting their sea legs after the trip in, but they're on to it now. Shot there by Bull. He couldn't get the backhand on target. Good hit by Higgins, but the puck goes past him. Jayla's got to catch up to Gene. Gene's in front, shot, and a goal! Connor Gene makes it 3-1.
Yeah, Stampede there again, odd man rush sort of breaking out the other way. Hayden Bull had a chance down one end, but Connor Gene gets through the neutral zone here. Little chip past and beats Josh Lowe there around here. I think Reese just, a little quick pull to that forehand trigger. Sneaks that one under the 5-hole. Dan Reason with his teammate threatening the back post.
The tough spot here, you're exactly right. It's the teammate that makes him not able to commit and back off and get more of that goal closed off. And because of that, it gives the shooter a little bit more to shoot with, or shoot at, excuse me. Back underway, 3-1 the score. Morrissey has the puck after the Stampede get the face-off. It comes in the zone. Gagnon has it for a moment, turned around. Chalice is going to get it out of the zone. He passes it, goes up to the blue line. Shot in, and a glove save. McCarg to Reason.
Yeah, just 2-on-1 scenarios like that. Your goalie really trying to square up to the shooter and then rely on your D-man there to cut down any pass. But you're always going to have that little bit of hesitation in your mind as it passes its shot. But Gene, almost mid-stride there, just pulls it quickly onto his forehand and gets a nice shot away. And you see why he's the leading scorer there for the SkyCity Stampede.
The 88s face off. Gagnon gets it, and now he's got the puck. He's coming through neutral. He avoids a hit by Harrison, past the end of the zone. Morrissey looking up, trying to get rid of it, goes to Gagnon, back out to the point. Byfield with a shot, and a good one, but they knock down the rebound, and the Stampede come back out 3-on-3. Rusky Jones up the right side, looking for a pass. Harrison interrupted and can't come through the slot. Gagnon to Morrissey. Morrissey over the line, gets it back to Gagnon, stays in the skates of the Stampede player there, and Haas jumps the puck, and they get it back. Tap in with it now. And the Red Devils trying to get some speed through neutral. And they give it up here. Rusky Jones throwing it in. That's the Axel variety on number 9. And tap in. Sends it around to nobody. It'll be Roby getting there first. Chance in front. Flight had a good look at it, but Tappan with a good defense there as he knocks him over once the puck gets there. Comes back in. Guerin flips in, and that line's back out. Skipper sending it around. Roby. And held in at the blue line deftly there by Guerin, but it's turned over now. And Chalice takes it in, dump and chase. It'll be Byfield getting there first. He's going to pay the price into the boards. And now Sean Brown has it. They wait for the forecheck to back off. And he comes out, long pass. That's going to hit Harry Lowe right on the tape. In the zone, he passes it, tries to get through, and now they're a little bit behind. Lowe's the only one back. They were going for a change, though, and Skipper gives up the puck. Red Devils have it. Brown with it. Long pass to the red line. Guerin takes it over, 1-on-2. He waits, still waits, tries to pass it. It's deflected away. Chalice throwing it out. Sorry, Freer throwing it out. And Amston collects the puck deep. Chance there for Gene. That's knocked away. Low shuttles the puck out, but only to the blue line. Kept in at the point ball, Ollie Rusky-Jones. Brown with the escape pass. He turns it over to Devlin. Devlin looking, passes to Gene. Shot. That's deflected before it gets in. Good block shot there. Passed aside to Reese. Reese is going to take it in with some speed. Leaves the puck behind, has to collect it. Goes around 4 players, sweeps it in, but gives it up, and it is in front. A chance there as that puck was just trundling through the crease, and now the Stampede trying to get through. Shot. Gene shot. Stays in. Off the boards. Comes back in. True holds it in. Gene sends it around. In front by Devlin. Freer now. Long shot. Save by Reason. Freer just trying to get off the ice there.
Yeah, we'll see a little bit of player bonding there after the whistle. But yeah, but again, we're just seeing a little bit of a phase here. It was a bit back and forth, sort of some chances. Maybe not high chances happening. But yeah, I think probably Higgins maybe was just a bit focused too much on trying to get the body there as the puck sort of just bobbled out from the Stampede corner, and he couldn't get a stick anywhere near it as he was probably eyeing up the man. But
yeah, Devlin and Higgins are, well, they've had some spicy negotiations so far. We'll see if that goes anywhere. But they definitely have each other's attention, that's for sure. Byfield with it now in the defensive zone, passing it out. They get it out of the zone. Goes from Morrissey up to Haast on the other side. He's coming up the right, looking, holding. A little slash there by Axel Rusky-Jones, but he gets the puck away. And that's a lead pass that was going to Harrison. It'll be played by Reason as Harrison was led a little too much. Now out to Flight, back to Harrison. A chance and a deflection. It wasn't an intentional shot, but it bounced up, hit a player, and gets behind Reason to make it 4-1.
Now there you go, Stampede making the chances here. It was strong dump in. Harrison there with the chased it down, and then I think Tappan goes to block the pass. Tappan hits it back into Harrison, I believe, that then propels forward up and over Dan Reason as again, you ride your bounces at times. There you go.
Yep.
Tapping up into the shin pad of Harrison and then into the net. So
I'm not even sure they thought that it scored there. It was that's 2 very odd goals this weekend by the Stampede. A little bit of puck luck there, but you make your own luck, and 4-1 is exactly where the Stampede were yesterday. They were behind 3 goals. Now the Red Devils have the chance to take that task on. Chalice trying to get it out of the zone. It's collected by the Red Devils, and Ollie Rusky-Jones passing it across the ice. Gallagher gets there. Now Amston plays it. They fight for it in the wall. Gallagher a little bit physical, and he's going to draw the first penalty of the game. Not sure why they stopped the game here. Maybe they go both ways. We'll take a look. We'll see what the call is.
Signal illegal check to the head there from one referee. Both referees had their arms up, so we'll just see if it's the same infringement or not.
So Gallagher's going to go. Illegal check to the head. You are correct as normal, Dan. Always ahead of, just 2 steps ahead of me, figuring out these penalties. It's like you've been on the ice before.
It's a little cheat. If you keep your eyes on the referee, you might get a wee heads up. But anyway,
come on now.
SkyCity Stampede have been strong on their power play. They had 2 goals yesterday out of 6 opportunities, and they're on their first opportunity here tonight.
Gene with it out at the point. Goes low. Got all 4 Red Devils on a side there, but all 5 of the Stampede were on that same strong side for a moment. Now they play out off to the left, and it is J-Lo with it, looking to release, and out it goes off the boards. Haast is going to skate and try to get there. He does. Great work by Haast. Going to kill some time. And now the Stampede come back in 3-on-3, but it's Gene with some speed and a good shot, blocker save into the netting. If you're going to play the forecheck like that, you cannot allow that speed to come right back at you.
Yeah, exactly. He did a great job getting there, but then just didn't manage to keep a lot of time or possession there, Haas. So Again, Connor Jean, threat for the SkyCity Stampede. You don't want him with too much speed getting a chance for a clean shot there, but
it's the second time that camera's nearly met its death. Anyway, back out to the point. Gene over to Roth. He's got an easy shot there, but that's deflected. Luckily, I think it was Lowe getting in the way. Back out to Roth again. Low shot. Didn't get much of it. Goes behind the net. And now Gagnon trying to sweep it out. Stays in at the point again. Gene doing a good job there, but that shot was high. Roth's going to get to it first. He keeps it low. Back out to Gene at the point. Cross the blue line. Amston walks it in. Shot in front, in the crease. They struggle for it. Gene with another shot. That was just off target, but a deft shot by him. And now they have to pull it out of the corner as they fight for it. 5 players down in that near corner, and it's going to go out of the zone. Gagnon has it, 2-on-2, skates through. He loses the puck. Now they've got numbers the other way. Hopkins, the only defender back. And there's a 2-on-1. And as predicted, Devlin scores on the power play, 5-1. And the Red Devils give one up on the PK.
Yeah, I think it might be Lockie Freer that won't manage to snipe that one past, but Red Devils went very heavy on the short-handed forecheck. 3 of them in the attacking zone, only leaving Hopkins back there as, Lockie Freer there manages all the time in the world to size up Dan Reason and finds the way past him.
Yep, way too much time and space, and just that's exactly what you do not want to give up when you're down a man on that. You jump the offense, take a chance.
Again, we saw 3 Red Devils on the penalty kill, attack the zone, quick turnover.
So 5-1 the score, the Stampede reminding everybody they're in first place. Back to 5-on-5 action. And you were absolutely correct on that, as you would expect, Lockie Freer. You might make a mistake eventually, Dan, but I haven't seen one this year, so I'm going to hold on to that perfect record for you.
Oh, there you go. Don't jinx me now, man.
I'm trying to.
No, I missed a goal earlier in the year, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Forget about that.
Barton back out on the ice. He was at the blue line there for the Red Devils. That one's going to be passed out of the zone. Amston with it. Goes across the line. Flight. Flips it in. And that's going to come out quickly. Keo Cope had a 2-on-1 there, but he couldn't get it to Higgins. Now Cope with a shot. Keo Cope trying to get rid of that puck. And now it goes behind the net. Good play there for just a moment for that line. It's going to come out quickly. Does that go out of play? No, it's still in play. Higgins trying to get to it. But Campbell throws it in deep there, and the Stampede still have possession. There it is. It's chopped away for the Red Devils. Hayden Bull taking off of it, but now Higgins has it. 3-on-4. Passed in front to Bull. Still has a chance. Turns around. Almost hits the post there on that shot. And now the defense is back. Reese taking a run at him. Dead off, and there's a penalty coming in. I think it's going to be a trip against the Red Devils here, as I think Shamil's stick got in there.
Yeah, indeed. Hampson had the speed on him, got around him. I'm not sure if Dadoff fully picked up that he was coming around him, but he's looking over his left shoulder. He sees him late, and then
Yep, dumps him. And
to take him down. So Red Devils will be straight back onto the penalty kill here.
So that's not ideal, as they say. With 8:22 to go here in the second period, 5-1 the score, and the Red Devils needing to figure out some offense here quickly. Down a player for the next 2 minutes. Byfield with it, gets rid of it, goes off the netting. That's not a delay game, just for anybody who's watching. It is a low glass there, but if it hits the netting at that height, even if it goes out in the defensive zone, not a delay game. We'll have a face-off.
Indeed.
Gagnon wins that one. Byfield tries again, doesn't get that out. This one's flipped out. And it'll be Roth chasing, and Morrissey on the forecheck. Trying to kill some time here, but they're going to back off. Gene with some speed, gives it up. Amston going for the rim. Return to sender. Byfield gets rid of it, and they'll have to do some more skating.
I mean, again, Red Devils are putting out their top players here on the penalty kill. They are trying to get a turnover and trying to get one short-handed, but maybe hopefully they learn from last time not to be
Not to overjump it.
Yeah, 3 deep in the defensive zone.
That's passed away. Gagnon gets a touch to it, but Roth keeps it on the blue line. He moves all the way over, gives it up, skates back to his preferred left side, but now Gagnon has it. It's 2-on-2 here, but Gagnon's got some speed, takes the shot. Gerard with a good save there as he finally gets some work, and as that comes out quickly, Hopkins is going to have to get there first as they had a 2-on-2 moving. Gagnon ends up in the boards there. And it's Chalice with the puck. Chalice heads up and passes to Ollie Rusky-Jones. Comes in, and that's going to be turned around by Hayden Bull. Higgins doing what he can to get on the forecheck, but here comes the freight train, Harrison. He can't get that into the crease, so the Red Devils get 2 players on him. And now Higgins has a chance to chase. Flight's trying to track him down. Higgins with a shot. Gerard with a save. And only 4 seconds to go on this penalty kill. The Red Devils with a much more effective PK.
Much more effective than almost have one. Just one of those little chances there where you hope that, again, the team on the power play just gets a little bit too comfortable with the puck being in the defensive zone, and Higgins jumps on it, but can only move it to his backhand, and he is receiving a lot of pressure there from Flight on the back check.
The Lowe brothers out on this line. Rusky-Jones passing it to Harrison. So we got 2 sets of brothers out there at the moment, and Reese has got the puck. So there's Axel. Dadov trying to play that one away, and now Harry Lowe throws it in. So 2 Lowes out there and 2 Rusky-Joneses. And that's going to start something. It was Flight jumping all over him.
Delayed call here against Flight.
So penalty coming up on the Stampede. That puck goes up in the air. They still have it out there. Gagnon, and they've got 6. Shot comes in. Stick save behind the goaltender, and that was the butt end of the stick there. Possession still a bit of a problem for the Stampede. Gagnon with it, still in play, takes a shot. That goes out of play. We get the whistle, and Lowe and Flight not enjoying each other's company.
No, and I think he just gets the first one. Flight doesn't realise that the penalty was about 30 seconds before the actual whistle went, but yeah, that was the penalty we just saw on screen, and then there's a few extracurriculars later on, but again, maybe what we saw in the first period, there was a bit of back and forth both ways, and nothing extra further on the score sheet.
So the Red Devils have a chance to get on the correct way here. They just haven't had any offense go their way this second period yet.
Now again, and their power play's not bad as well. They're striking at just over 23% as well. So let's see if they can get set up in the zone.
Drop the puck. Tappan's got it. Leaves it for Haast. He's out high. Goes across the line back to Tappan. Gagnon to Tappan. Back we go. It's an extended diamond again for the Stampede. They get rid of it and go deep.
They were quite high up, threatening the top 3 of like the umbrella there for the Red Devils. So we'll see if they can get it down and below.
Well, it worked yesterday on the power play that they did beat. It was an overextension, and we'll see if that happens again. But the adjustments have been there so far today. Bull with the puck, passing it back to Haast. Tappan and Morrissey finding each other at center ice. Haast bringing it in. Haast going across the ice to Morrissey. The offense set up. Haast with it. It's going to skate the blue line. Almost loses it. Holds on to it. Gives it back to Tappan. Reverse of play. Tappan at the point. Near side. He's going to go a long ways. Chance in front. Bull can't really pull the trigger on it. He's got it now. It goes back into the corner for Haast. No traffic really in front. Now Bull's getting a little lower. Patience by the Stampede. Haast changing the scenery by going the other way, and now that's just going to get dumped out. No real setup there. They're trying really hard to get positional hockey, but no danger.
Yeah, they sort of had the zone entry, and it felt like they had Stampede just a little bit out of breath. They'd been on for a little bit, but they just couldn't generate anything there.
Yeah, Good movement, but not a good position to take a good shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want Haast as the one taking it across there, because does he have shooting on his mind?
Gagnon with a shot. That goes high into the glass. Stays high slot. Lowe gives it up to Brown. Shot, that goes off the shin pads of Devlin. Guerin with it. Guerin waiting, gives it to Brown to come in the zone. That's offside as Brown
5-on-5 now.
entered the zone on his own, and like you said, Dan, back to even strength. Roth coming in. Roth with a shot, deflected off the stick and goes up into the netting for a stop in play.
So yes, SkyCity Stampede there, solid on the penalty kill. Early on, they put in quite a bit of active pressure on, which disrupted the Red Devils, but then they were again, Red Devils got them in the zone, got time, possession, got the puck, but weren't able to really open up any corridors or get some high scoring chances. So back to 5-on-5 hockey with 3 minutes 23 to go in the second.
McCarg winning that one, and a shot that goes through the crease, through the gear, and fortunately out the other side and not into the net. Reason with a save. That was a close one. Red Devils looking to get that out. It is Brown with the puck. Brown passes it forward. It'll be Lowe trying to get there, but no, it's going to be an icing as Roth cut that one off the pass, and we'll bring it back to the other side.
Again, Stampede quite good, just playing sort of a passive forecheck there, just sort of gave Brown a little bit of time and space, but shut down his options, and he couldn't find any clean pass. It's really all Stampede sort of probably need to do here for the last 23 minutes of this game. It's just, mitigate all the chances that Red was going to do, shut them down.
Yeah, with a 4-goal lead, you can afford to just be a little bit passive and allow the numbers to work for you. But the Red Devils looking to get some speed here. They dump that one in. A funny bounce. Gerard has to play that one, and he attaches himself to the side of the net to hold on to the puck. And we get a stop in play.
Again, some questions of each other, and we'll move on. But yeah, like especially your away team, you're the second game of the weekend. Again, we talked about it earlier. Some of your players put some big minutes up yesterday. I'm not saying that you're going into full park the bus mode already, but you can start playing a bit more wiser and smarter with that lead, and make it a lot harder for the Red Devils here to come back into the game.
Well, it's going to be interesting in the sense that you can now look at this, unless the Red Devils can figure out how to score 5 goals quickly, and I'm not saying they can't do that. They definitely can do that. But this really makes the likelihood that the Stampede are your first round opponents in the playoffs a lot higher if they can get a win against the Swarm. And that's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, and coconuts, as they say. But now it feels like there's a little bit more weight to this one.
Indeed. Again, as much as you want for the Red Devils here, you want to lock up some points this weekend to make next weekend more of a focus on your own systems and stuff, but they've still got a fair bit of work to do. So we just see a jump the gun here.
Yeah, Campbell jumping.
Face off.
Yeah, they're having some problems with this in the second period yesterday, but they got it sorted out. Gagnon with a shot, doesn't get through. Stampede. Chalice with it. Chalice moving it forward. Everybody leaving Chalice alone. He takes a shot, glove save, rebound, and a hold by Reason. And we'll get a face-off on the other side.
Yeah, again, just not getting the pucks through. Stampede putting some good bodies in front of their own net, which sometimes can backfire because you can act as your own screen, but in this case, if you're going to block it on your body, you're going to do the goalie's job for them. And that's what they've done here recently, so...
Now we're going to wait just a minute as Amston gets his neck guard back on. Gagnon in flight. Gagnon wins that one. He's dumped over. Arms stay down. Haast has it. And he comes in offside.
Indeed. Almost there. The puck just delaying up, bounces up a little bit up there on the boards and just puts Haast slightly offside. Again, we might still sort of see the SkyCity Stampede and Coach Frere see what he can do with his sort of getting a bit of extra fresh legs through there if he takes that, or whether he just keeps with his winning method so far of the players he's using.
And do it again from the neutral zone, and Gagnon wins another one. Turning that around from yesterday for sure. The Red Devils having a chance. Penalty coming up.
No, we got potentially two. The ref's arms went up at different times, so we'll see if we go. And again, too early on the goalie change here for the Red Devils, so that ends any chance of having an extra attacker for a period of time. So there is Harrison there for the SkyCity Stampede. Will have a penalty. We'll just see if it's one or two penalties.
Yeah, it might have just been stopped because, like you said, the substitution problem. But they're going to have a quick discussion, which is always interesting if there's an escalator or anything going on. But it's Harrison in the box, and only Harrison at this point.
I saw the one referee put their arm up initially, and then a few seconds later, after potentially another infraction happened, the second referee's arm went up. So I wonder if there's, are we going to see 4 minutes or 2 minutes here? I don't believe we're going to go anything more serious than that, but that's not my decision to make.
Nope, we await their decision, and I'll try to decipher it if I do figure it out officially on the score sheet. But the last one up there, obviously, well, these haven't been put up because they're still discussing it.
Indeed, so captains will get the explanation, and we'll try and interpret what we're seeing here, and then a bit of lip reading, mind reading, gesture reading, all of the above.
Well, I would stick to lip reading because mind reading with these guys might be a little... don't do that.
Considering there was an explanation, I think we're getting
4 minutes.
4 minutes, I think, is going to be the call there.
Yeah, so a double minor coming up on Harrison. Still waiting to...
So we've got minute 50 here to go on the period, so they'll potentially run this out unless they get two quick goals to nullify that.
I want to say it was a roughing call, but I'm not positive. We'll let you know. Getting on to take this one. Warning on the Stampede for that one. Gene jumped that one, but puck comes to the Red Devils, and they set up their power play. Out to Gagnon. Shot! Oh, and that was deflected by Tappan, but just not quite on target. Gagnon holds it in. Goes to the other side to Haas across the blue line. All 5 players for the Red Devils on one side of the ice again.
Just in change of formation here. Tappan's in front of the net. Gagnon is up the top.
Gagnon misses that pass. He gets it over to Morrissey. Morrissey goes deep to Haas, gets it back. Blue line. Gagnon with a shot. And a good one there as that one-timer bounced and he still picked it clean, which is a great shot.
Been watching him so far this season. He can pick up almost any pass and get a pretty decent shot off most of the time. And that was another one where it was a little aerial source there from Morrissey, but it almost bounced again. Picks that up for a good one-timer, but not enough traffic in front to challenge Gerard.
Getting on to Morrissey to Haas. And a goal! Here it is. Haas with it. It looked deflected. We got to see how that went in. But a power play goal for the Red Devils. And we'll get to do it all over again as Harrison stays in the box.
Haas is at the front of the goal train, so it's usually an indicator that none of the other Red Devils are claiming it. So that'll be his 4th goal of the season, but his 30th.
Wow.
He's finally took his shot, Matt.
He did indeed. Officially, there's 2 minutes up for Harrison for interference, so I don't know what it was on the other one, but we'll see in a minute. Does not matter at the moment. 5-2 the score, and it's still 5-on-4 for the Red Devils. Amston's going to get rid of it here, and Gagnon picks it up. Minute to go here in the second period, and this is how you start a comeback. Host with it. Host holds. Still holds on that left side. Gagnon stays out there as well. Crossing the ice, that puck's going to go to Morrissey. He holds, leaves, and Haas picks it up. Morrissey turns. Traffic in front, but they're still playing to play it outside. Now Gagnon has to go collect it.
30 seconds to go.
Haas with a fakie, goes up to Morrissey, and he's offside. Gagnon jumped that one as he was trying to get in front, and we get an offsides face-off coming up.
You just see here, Red Devils, will they keep their top line out for these last 20-odd seconds, or will they get some fresh legs to try and run it home? But no, it looks like it will be the first unit.
And they're going to get about 50 seconds to play with on the other side of this one. So I think they're trying to just overplay this one a little bit. Why not? Keep them out there. About 10 seconds, 15 seconds to go here. Tappan brings it in. Morrissey, 10 seconds. Gagnon with a shot. Doesn't get through. They can't hold on to it. Goes down to Reason. And that should end the period. And there's the horn.
There we go. So late power play goal here for the Red Devils to put another one on the board, but still facing a 3-goal deficit.
So this will be interesting. Officially, you have Harrison serving 2 penalties. I haven't seen it yet, but the official call is interference on the first one for 2 minutes and a slew footing that was only a 2-minute penalty, which is also interesting. Normally that one doesn't stick around for just 2. That's normally a major penalty, but that is what the score sheet says at the moment.
Yeah.
So take that with a grain of salt. It may be changed later on or whatever it happens to be, but that's what it says right now. So after 2 periods, not exactly an ideal run there, going 3-2 for that period to the Stampede. But the last...
Well, of course, the Red Devils struck in the first 15 seconds of that second period to sort of half the lead, but for probably the 18 minutes of that period in the middle, it was pretty much Stampede doing. 3 goals through that, a couple of power play goal as well. So again, Stampede built that pressure. Again, felt like they were using their heads a bit more, playing with that lead, sort of dominating. Red Devils obviously got the chance here in the last couple of minutes with the power play opportunity. And they managed to slot another one in as we now have the Red Devils captain, Sean Brown, joining us here. Sean?
Howdy, fellas.
Howdy. So it was good coming off a win there yesterday, but was there any key focuses on today's game coming into it?
Just try and repeat what we did yesterday, come out with some energy. And yeah, that's what we tried to do. And I mean, it hasn't worked in our favour, but we've got another period to try and change it up. So that's the goal moving forward.
And how do you find your power play unit at the moment here? Got one just recently?
Yeah, I mean, we need to get on the power play. I mean, I'm happy we finally got a call coming our way. We start on the power play in the next period, so like I have so much faith in them. I'm sure they can get it going for us to start us off in the next one, and then even if they don't, we've got 20 minutes still. So
yeah, exactly. 20 minutes is a long time when you got to put players' helmet on. That's for sure. Anything key else you want the team to focus on in the last 20?
Nothing too crazy. Like they came up pretty strong in the first period. Like we just want to like kind of play like it's in our barn again. Like kind of get the ice tilted in our favour again, and finish the weekend strong. I mean, it was nice to have a win yesterday, but we need to follow it up again and finish this rest of the season pretty strong. So
indeed, and you've got another good crowd turnout here today, so good luck in the last 20 here as you try to bring it back and get another win for the Red Devils.
Yeah, we've had super good support all season long, so shout out if you've been to every game this year or just one. It doesn't matter. It's been awesome to have our fans over, and absolutely love it.
Awesome, mate. Good luck for the third period.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
There you go. That wraps up here the second period of play at the Alpine Ice Sports Arena. SkyCity Stampede are in the lead with a 5-2 over the Canterbury Red Devils. We'll see you back in around about 8 odd minutes for third period action.
Pull up in a whip, you know I had to hit the gas. Yeah, that's premium. Pull up with a team working. Moving. Keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. Never slowing down, never moving. Keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. Never gonna lose it. Cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play in today amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never. Never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can't compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in, get your reps in, get your. Never rest on a past success. You gotta love what you do if you tryna be the best. Keep on moving, keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. Yeah, we ain't slowing it down. Never slowing down, never moving. Keep on moving. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
Building a second dwelling can get complicated pretty quickly. Between the noise, builders, and delays, it's stressful. Expanders are delivered as a finished unit, ready to be set up on your land in a single day. Want to check the quality? Come in, have a cuppa, and book a viewing at the warehouse.
The Red Devils would like to thank Expanders, quality portable and expandable buildings designed for New Zealand conditions. Precision built off-site, delivered ready to use, and transforming on-site. Real space without a full build. Tappan Logistics, proud Christchurch partners of the Red Devils. When your freight has to move, the team at Tappan gets it where it needs to be on time. Happy Scrappy, privately owned, family-run, and New Zealand's largest recycler of used automotive batteries. Competitive pricing, friendly service, and a skip and bin service across the Canterbury region. 80 years on Blenheim Road. Beckford Sports Medicine, keeping you active. From backyard cricketers to elite athletes, Beckford specializes in the diagnosis, management, and prevention of sports and musculoskeletal injuries. Performance Plus Physio, a team of professional physios in Addington and Wigram dedicated to excellence in physical therapy. ACC accredited, no GP referral required. Reform Radiology, advanced diagnostic imaging in Central Christchurch. X-ray, MRI, CT, and the South Island's first private nuclear medicine service across 2 clinics on Antigua and Kilmore Streets. Futaporo, awesome accountants where business success meets championship spirit. Since 1993, Futaporo has brought grit, strategy, and teamwork to clients across Aotearoa. Get on the team, play to win.
No, my head and my. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez, here with Dan Nichols, and we're going to bring you third period action here as we wrap up the home regular season for the Red Devils here in Christchurch. Dan, what'd you think?
Yeah, again, Stampede probably pretty dominant through the most of that second period there, obviously putting 3 goals in against the Red Devils 2 there in the second period. So they're holding a nice comfy lead, a little bit of a flip of what we saw yesterday. Red Devils were holding the lead through yesterday's game. And Stampede were forced to make the comeback there, so shoes on the other foot here today. So Red Devils need to be in the driving seat here of this third period.
Well, speaking of a shoe on the other foot, we're going to let you do some play-by-play here. So everybody will be happy about that because, well, at least I will, because I get a break here. But I get to at least do a little analysis and see how those chops go there, Dan.
Yeah,
welcome back.
Welcome back.
There you go. So speaking of, what are you looking for just really quickly before they get started?
Red Devils just need to get probably one early, get some good position in the attacking zone and actually test out Gerard, but I don't think he's been fully tested so far. Here as Haas picks it up back in the Red Devils zone as he skates it through the neutral zone and into the attacking zone before he puts the brakes on. Surveying here, and of course we're starting on the power play here for the Red Devils. And they now Haas with another shot and a goal! Fabian Haas, 2 shots in the season almost and 2 goals here in the game. He's finally been told to shoot it, I think.
I think he has. I think he's almost doubled his season total today, but he steps in, takes that shot, goes high, and catches Gerard. And so this is exactly what happened in the second period. Can the Red Devils make an adjustment and keep the momentum going here as we start again 5-3?
Indeed. We've always seen it so far that you're always good. You score, you get the momentum, the team gets up, but it's this next shift is always critical because if the other team get one back quickly, it really just deflates you back down. So let's see how they go with the start of the momentum here as Stampede into the zone as Devlin goes to chase it. Tappan puts some pressure on him. He's still on the feet there behind the net. Hayden Bull runs it around the glass, but odd bounce here as Gene picks it up now. Throws it back to Amston for a one-timer and misses right. Reese now, breakout pass there, misses Higgins but goes off the Stampede stick, so no icing as now Higgins puts pressure on Amston. Stampede throw it to the quiet area. And Devlin tries to find his Gene in the neutral zone but doesn't get through. As the Red Devils send it back in and they go chase. Higgins there manages to pick it up behind the net but loses it. Stampede settle it back down. Amston with it. He steps out from behind the net. Surveys the options, finds Lucky Frere on the side, puts it into the middle. Devlin and Gene take it. Gene throws it through the crease there, but Devlin couldn't get anything on it. It's back down to the corner now. Devlin behind the net. Red Devils backing up coverage on him, and he moves it up. That might be Roth there, throws it. No, ball gets a stick on that and manages to pop it back out to the neutral zone. As they reset, but Roth does not see Devlin still exiting the zone there as he goes in offside.
Boy, was Bull hustling to get off the ice there. That was a line change from him coming all the way to the other side. And I think he got bailed out a little bit as they had some personnel changes, but Devlin offside lets the Red Devils off the hook.
Got the 88s up against each other, Flight and Gagnon. It's a win for the Red Devils. Tappan has it on the sideboards, throws it across to Haast, picks it up backwards skating and loses his stick there as nothing comes of it. Chipped out of the zone and Flight skating onto it. He's got Harrison back post, chips it high off the glass. And puck's gone missing and out of the zone here, but Flight there, some wheels, didn't quite make much of that opportunity.
Yeah, Tappan was back on the defense there, but he faced what was really just kind of a lucky flip of the puck as it just got over his stick, and that allowed Flight to have that run in. He just didn't make the most of it there, but that was very dangerous for the Stampede.
Devils win that face-off. Haas tries to build up some speed leaving the zone. Gets through the arm of Axel Rusky-Jones as he now brings it back in on that side of his Tappan. And throws it up to his point man. Stays in the zone. Shipped wide, but Harrison has his bit in front. Oh, he couldn't get enough on that. Rusky-Jones with a chance there. Red Devils not marking up in front. Roth now resettles it, finds Flight in the middle. Comes off his stick. And now settles with Tappan as he sends it up the boards, but doesn't get past Roth. Roth tries to go through the middle as Tappan takes the puck off him. He still manages to keep it on the stick here. As Roby and McCarg now bring it in as Byfield steps up. Tappan gets most of that one and it's out to the neutral zone. Guerin now steps it in with a little bit of pace, but pulls up. Doesn't find anyone in the middle, and it's Stampede puck. Chalice throws it in on the backhand for his McCarg to go chase as runs into Dadov there as a little bit of accidental interference there. Guerin now with it. Comes in, drop pass to Harry Lowe. Heads up, tries to make a move to the middle. Can't get through the Stampede defence. As Amston's coming out of the zone there and he's taken down there in the legs of Guerin, but again, we've not seen any arms up from any officials. And Dadov finally throws it in deep with Gallagher going to chase. And on Ollie Rusky-Jones. And there was Amston now, throws it around the boards, and we've got an icing call coming up. We do indeed.
A quick reminder, that goal that Haas scored was a power play goal. We've been back to 5-on-5, so that may have, if you're just joining us and you get caught up, we didn't really do a good job. I didn't say 5-on-4 as we were coming out. We talked about it, but that was why Haas had such room there. It's changed quite a bit once we've gone 5-on-5. That face-off's going to come back, though.
Felt like a little bit of false start there as both centres were probably not expecting that drop there, but
no.
It's reset now. Hayden Bulls on the offensive draw here up against McCarg. Go McCarg's way. Brown stops it at the point, throws one high over the net, hits the top of the glass, but stays it. Ollie Rusky-Jones hits Harrison in the middle, but goes to the Red Devil stick. A bit of back and forth. Lockie Freya's got McCarg, but couldn't get it through off the skate. Josh Lowe now chips it up, and saying it hit the net, but they're playing on as Higgins takes it on from a tight, low-angle shot. Amston finds Chalice on the half-boards, who settles it down, looks for his options, finds Freya. Freya now tries to thread one through, does go through to Devlin. And no one in front for the Stampede. Sean Brown settling up as Stampede set up a little bit of a passive forecheck here. Brown now bringing it out, trying to do a cross-ice pass, does find Haas, but can't stay on his stick. Devlin turns it around. He's got three players here for the Stampede. And it's a shot. Kick saved by Dan Reason. Rebound does not go to Devlin. Gagnon now gets it. He's got a man up high. Can't hit Haas' stick, but they will negate any icing as Gerard just pokes it back to the corner for True to bring it up. Morrissey now putting the body on Devlin. Kick back. Jean passes it back. Haas putting a bit of pressure on. And again, he'll take time, settle it down. Hands it off to Roth, bringing it out. He'll change direction as Morrissey's hassling him, but finds it now to Jean. Coming through neutral ice. Goes through two of the Red Devils, takes a shot, and straight into the middle of Dan Reason.
Yeah, Reason getting a stop there, but I find it interesting. It almost feels like there's a blue line trap going on here. You have four players just hanging around, trying to interrupt the three entries by the Stampede going in quickly, so it holds everybody up. And so far, that's working as an adjustment. I didn't really see that much in the second period, but seeing it here twice.
As we're now drawing, that's a win for Flight. It's up to Rusky Jones' shot hits bodies in front. Gearin now plays it behind for Byfield. Put pressure on here by Axel. Rusky Jones comes around to the half boards, and it's turned over by Harrison there on the blue line. He steps in, moves to the right, and shot into the middle of Dan Reason.
Yeah, I gotta say, there's been several this weekend that have just, you get into the half boards, especially on this near side, and there's a little panic that sets in. They try to pass that puck up the line when there's players there for the Stampede, and in several cases they've turned that around for good quality shots. That's something the Red Devils will have to work on.
McCarr, clean win back to Amston. Surveys it, hits Gearin's stick and goes through to the far corner. Chalice whacks it out of the zone. It's held in. Rusky Jones tries to go in, but Harry Lowe now has it, finds Gearin in the middle. He settles it down, pulls it in the shooting position. Rebound, goes wide of the net. There's this third line here for the Red Devils trying to generate something. He might have broken the stick on that one. It didn't sound like that was good.
He towed it like a towing 8-iron, so I know that flow there.
He's on the back cheek now as Josh Lowe picks it up. He'll chip it up the boards to his brother Harry. He tries to find it, but only finds Gene in the middle. As they go for a change, Gene now on the left side, brings it in, tries to make a move on Lowe, and he plays the body. Separates him from the puck, and that goes to Dan Reason.
That's good defense on that changeover. It was one of those moments where you have to be careful, and they did exactly that. Instead of get too weird with the positioning, they just took the body there, and it allowed Reason to have a relatively easy save of it there.
Win for Devlin to Gene, but hits bodies. Devlin's got it again, and True throws it down and behind now. Lockie Freer takes it in control, throws it in front. Oh, that hits the paddle at Dan Reason. Another chance, and that's high. Well, that's another one to make your own luck. Throwing it to the net, maybe catching Reason a bit out of guard, but no one there to follow up for a rebound to jam that home.
Yeah, it looks like also Connor Jean's just dying to get a one-timer here. He keeps looking to get fed and keeps shooting from the outside.
He's lined up in a shooting position here. We'll see if Devlin wins it back to him cleanly.
Yeah,
doesn't quite do it cleanly, but he was looking for the shot as that one's blocked in, and that one will be a hand pass.
Yeah.
So some good height there on the jump there from Roth to keep it in the zone. We saw a wave off by the linesman, but that was more for the offside. But
he looked good, but he looked like he was shooting a basket there. And he sends it back in, and that's going to stop it every time.
Well, considering it didn't hit any metal or net, well, it's probably an air ball then, Matt.
Yeah, air ball indeed. That's good. Mixing your sports metaphors, that's good work, Dan. I like it.
Right, as Haas tries to battle through, but Stampede managed to again put it back into the Red Devils zone. Clock's on their side, so they'll be happy to play it down that end of the ice. Gene settles, throws it across to True. Again, back to Roth. Good control here as they throw it up and just tip it into the zone, make Red Devils go 60 metres of the ice to try and get anything going. As now they bring it up, getting on with the speed on the left side, cuts to the middle. Still cuts right across now. He's going in behind the net. He's getting harassed there a lot by Devlin, but
he's going to get a penalty here too. That's a hook.
He's got the delayed call. Hopkins now with it. He'll flutter one towards the net, and that will just turn it over to the Stampede. And indeed, whistle's gone for a hooking call there.
Well, that's how you start it. You didn't necessarily have a good quality chance, but by skating hard and moving around the ice, it forced Devlin into a position where he had to make a choice, and his choice was to take the 2 minutes rather than give up the high-quality chance. He's going to sit. They're on the power play again, and the Red Devils need to cut this one down to a one-goal lead.
If you asked me before this game, Matt, I would have said it won't be Haas shooting, but considering he's got two already on this on power plays, I might go with Haas might shoot on this power play.
Oh, I'd like to see a hat trick.
As Morrissey has it on top, he finds Haas down on the left side now, as Amston puts pressure on him, but manages to offload it to Morrissey behind the net. The Red Devils just trying to set this back. Oh, unfortunately over the stick of Gagnon, and they're going to have to come back out and try again as Morrison wraps himself around Haas to get the puck separated and cleared down the length of the ice, so they'll have to restart here. Gagnon slowly picks it, but Rusky Jones puts a bit of pressure on it, throws it up to Morrissey, he lays it back into the middle, but it's a bubbling puck, and No one's taken it cleanly. It disrupts the Red Devils' flow for a moment. As now Morrissey finally brings it in, drops it to Tappan, takes it in for a shot, hits the glove of Gerard. Gagnon settles it up top. He goes down to Morrissey. Back to Gagnon, across to Haast. With a slap pass across the zone attempted, but that was interrupted. And the Stampede will stop this one with a long clear down the ice as Reason lays it up for Gagnon.
50 seconds to go in the power play.
Gagnon coming one of his slower paces now through the neutral zone. Still in control, finds it up to Haast, who takes a shot, and that hits the body of a McCarg in front, deflected up high. And that will settle us down.
Yeah, that was a good sequence here. It's going to be a line change, so we'll see the second power play line come out. But a couple of good chances, a couple of good skating opportunities, but just too much time in the neutral zone. And we've got, what, 37 seconds to go to try to get something here. Look for Harry Lowe to kind of step in front and try to get something in the crease quickly.
Gagnon stayed on here as one of the D members as he now sources it to Brown, but doesn't quite land nicely for him as can't pull the trigger as fakes a wee pass and then tries to skate it in, but unfortunately falls over, and Stampede release the pressure as Gagnon heads back. And it's now with Guerin as he turns up ice. And it's Gagnon back on here on the left side as he enters with speed. Throws a backhand but misses wide, and the Red Devils cut that off. He does. Harry Lowe does cut that off. Finds Brown nicely across to Guerin. It's not on his forehand, unfortunately. And that deflects out of the zone as Harry Lowe goes back, and he's got some pressure on McCarg, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey as Devlin's out. Now he has it. Tries to hit McCarg. McCarg winds and shoots off the pad of Guerin, and it's in front. And one of those ones, the rebounds goes behind. Reason can't keep an eye on it, and Devlin was there to throw it back out in front. And it was a flight tapping that one home.
It's one of those situations where the bounce just catches a goaltender in the wrong spot, and once you've extended, you are extended. You have reached your limit, and if that puck trickles past, then it's an easy slam at home, and that's exactly what happened. It just went a little bit too far.
One of these ones the danger goals as well. When you run a power play, the penalty had just finished. You run a power play unit that had 4 forwards, 1 D.
Yep.
That didn't have D zone coverage there, right? That was 10 or 15 seconds after the penalty ended, and they just didn't have any good coverage there, as they were still adapting and getting back to 2 Ds on. As we're back underway, Stampede now back to a 3-goal lead. Just over 10 minutes to go. Devlin puts it into the corner. Eugene has it, but Byfield puts some body on him, but he battles through. Up to Devlin. And they'll just play it back down to the corner as Freya tries to shove it in short side. Not successful as Gallagher takes it up, but again, Stampede's strong here at holding the puck in the offensive zone. As that one goes through, and Keokuk now puts some pressure on Gene. Amston gets it. Back down to Gene, into the middle. Devlin has it, he's got time, no one's on him. Tries to go around behind the net, but can't tuck it anywhere near. There's Harry Lowe now. Scrambles it, puts it up and past, and it bounces through Rusky Jones there as no icing's the call. Amston brings it to the Stampede through the neutral zone. Head up skating, just throws one in on Dan Reason. And they'll get a stoppage here. Again, time still back on the Stampede's favour. We're happy to play a slower pace of hockey for the next 9 minutes.
Yeah, that was definitely one of those. Amston brings it in, gets a shot, and all he's looking for is a stop in play there, because the Red Devils had just changed and had some fresh legs out there and could have made a difference, but instead they slow it down at the right time.
Cross to Roth, he shoots now. Dan Reason gloves that one. Yeah, again, 9 minutes to go in a game. You've got a 3-goal lead, you're a away team, you're shortish bench. You're not looking to play anything too fast-paced here. You're happy to take it play by play, stoppage by stoppage.
Well, let's talk about yesterday's 3-goal game that was given up. I'll pick that up here in just a minute.
Oh, wow. From the blue line. Again, you can play slow pace all you want if you're winning offensive zone face-offs. Up to Roth, and he fires that one home from the blue line.
Roth's been firing those away all weekend, and they hadn't been all that dangerous, but this one saucered a little bit and was just under the bar.
Yeah, it looks like traffic in front just from the face-off where you have your wingers and Ds lining up. Well,
not much, but
just sneaks past that off there, and yeah,
He sniped that one.
Did snipe it indeed. So
what I was going to talk about was, like, how do you give up a 3-goal lead like the Red Devils did? And it was through penalties and special teams. And yesterday, that's how it worked out. But now with a 4-goal cushion for the Stampede, the idea here is definitely play it out, play it cleanly, don't take anything silly, and go home with a split, because that's what we do in the NZIHL is splits.
Exactly. I haven't updated my tally from a few weeks ago how many split weekends there've been, but yeah, it's been the season of splits is probably the one here.
Yeah, surprisingly though, Dunedin won both, so they didn't split. That was the unusual one.
But that was the first time for them. So anyways, we're now back underway. Red Devils got just over 8 minutes to play here, as they unfortunately can't make any of that offensive zone, as there's a little bit of body thrown on there as the icing call is made. Not an infringement there, but Red Devils are still here to play some hockey. They've got to try to get some energy and momentum back into their team and back into the crowd here. Again, another pretty much almost sellout. We've got people lining all around the boards, as well as full seating. It's great to see. As Sean Brown, the captain, mentioned during our intermission interview, it's really great from players' perspective having a full barn here supporting pretty much all throughout the whole season as well.
And they appreciate when Brown lines up somebody who's got their eyes down on the ice.
Indeed. And Morrissey wins it back to Gagnon, steps to the middle, shoots, and it goes to the right side of Gerard. As Ollie Rusky-Jones brings it out, and he's successful down that left flank. Brings it in behind the net. He's still got control of it. Throws it up to Amston. Sees it through, and that's Morrissey's stick almost deflecting it. And it's back out in front. Rusky-Jones shoots and scores. Again, another sort of semi-broken play after a shot. Red Devils not marking up in their zone. And that was Harrison feeding up to Axel Rusky-Jones for another nice shot. That's his second on the night.
It is indeed, and that's where you don't know defensively who to take as soon as that comes off the backboard. Do you go after the puck? Do you go after what you think it's going to be? Do you charge it, which is what happened there? And then when it comes out in a funny way, Morrissey doesn't have enough time to get back out on the player.
8-3 now to SkyCity Stampede as Axel Rusky-Jones hunting for his third. Puts pressure on low. Byfield takes it off him. Steps up, ice. Still with it, Byfield. He's looking for it and doesn't come with much. Stampede do a good job of trapping in the neutral zone, and they have to throw it in as Higgins now throws some body into Roth, and Roth gives him one back to say I didn't like that. But Harrison with the puck, flight in the middle, can't get it. Hayden Bull's back, but there's Axel Rusky-Jones, couldn't get much on it. As it's chipped up by Byfield, and that's settled down by True. And tipped in to the zone as the Red Devils now try to make something of it as Josh Lowe brings it up, puts on the brakes, hits Gagnon. He goes around Roth, tight angle, throws it through the crease. And unfortunately that now throws into the hands of the Stampeders. Gene surveying his options, drops it for Devlin for the shot, and a big rebound back out to him. Hopkins now stops it behind the net and throws it onto the other side, but Amston pinching in will keep it in the zone. And then him and Byfield exchange
pleasantries,
physicalities. As Gagnon tries to get up out of the zone, drops to a knee as Mikey Free has given him a wee hug there. He was settled down, and again Stampede in no hurry here with a 5-goal lead. Amston brings it in, throws it up to the boards as the two 11s now going against each other, and Hopkins almost gets his pocket picked, throws it in front to Devlin with a shot, but Dan Reason squares up to that one.
And a very good save there by Reason. Devlin was in a shooting position that really was an advantage to the shooter there, and Reason quick to grab that puck out of the air. That's a very... Well, you can tell he's still locked in.
Yeah, I think if you're Hopkins there, you could give him a wee pat on the pads for bailing him out after getting your pocket picked. There's Gallagher up against McCarg. Morrissey comes through it and bringing in the left side. He's got Haast on the far side. He'll just throw that in on net, and the rebound steered to the corner. Haast now stops with the puck behind the net as Roth puts some pressure on him. And it's lost and tried to hit around by McCarg, but Morrissey again does a good job stopping that. He's still battling away as he's pressured, but Red Devils controlling it. bit of body here again by McCarg. Morrissey, though, shrugs that off, tries to find it to Gallagher, but can't quite get through as True plays it up the boards and comes out of the zone to Gadolf. Goes across to his D partner, Josh Lowe, just chips it up and tries to skate onto it, but can't get into the zone as it goes in now, but Red Devils had to touch up, being offside, and gives a chance for Roth to pass it to True. Plays up to in front of the players' benches, but that's disrupted. Harry Lowe now, unfortunately there, misses his pass long. Cannot connect with Haas, and unforced error there will send them back on an icing call.
Yeah, with just over 5 minutes to go, you start to see a bit more of the chances that need to be taken. It's long passes, opportunities in front, wherever you can get them, a little physical, a little get back, a little receipts being turned in, that kind of stuff. But it is good to see that the players are still fairly well engaged in this. They need to be, because this, like I said before, they're probably going to see each other again.
Yeah, I was just thinking that as well. The coaches are probably keeping a close eye here on this game, because if the final result does end up the way it is, Red Devils do make the playoffs, they'll be likely playing against the number 1 seed, again, SkyCity Stampede. So as that puck there can't quite get on the stick of Harry Lowe. He's in behind us. Rusky Jones plays it around, but Haas is first to it as all Stampede players try to get him. He gets sort of switched between them, and now he's going off to have a word to the referees. His body's going down in the neutral zone as well, but puck stays in the middle as it finally now gets dumped in, and Jackson Flight goes after it. He picks it up and throws it in front. Actually, Rusty Jones can't make much of it as Gagnon picks it up with speed now as he tries to get through the middle. Again, Stampede eliminate that one as Flight throws it in on target. Gets a wee line change there. Gets some fresh legs out. We've got just over 4.5 minutes to go. Mason Reese now down the side as the puck flutters up on the boards, and they'll say that one touched the netting.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see how much they leave the imports out for the rest of the game here, because you're running a risk at this point that it gets a little bit too physical. Maybe Coach Perver decides to not necessarily axe the first line yet, but you got to be thinking about it at this point.
Exactly, and you've still got 2 important games to play next weekend now for the Red Devils, up against the Botany Swarm up there in Auckland. So again, they'll be travelling away in 5 days' time.
Yeah, we'll talk about the scenarios here in just a few minutes, but with still 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in this one, they'll be looking both ways to not give up any of their plays, anything very interesting. And you see Skipper trying to come out here. Yeah,
they're too late on the change.
Empty the bench a little bit if they could, but like you said, it was a little too late.
Right. So really not, Coach Perver's done it intentionally. We'll see Gagnon out there centering Higgins and Reese.
Yeah, there's going to be some line juggling here to figure out what might work as well in these situations against personnel.
There it is. The puck's just in the neutral zone, but Stampede are offside, so they'll just again send it in and kill some more seconds. Sean Brown tries to bring it up, but it's deflected by Devlin, and Gene, it's a bobbling puck, almost a knuckle pucky type of one. Doesn't connect on that as Tappan now starts stretching his legs as he's go down the left side. Gets in behind, Rusty Jones is there as well, and kind of Gene's back, and he plays it up to Devlin. But it's stepped in, but Brown takes it off and shot. And that's into the chest, and there's a bit of few afters happening now as Higgins goes in. And that's with probably Skipper as well, 89, and Mason Reese. A few players having a wee talk. Devlin's no stranger to it, as he's there as well.
Oh, Gene just took him down too.
Now Connor Gene's going in for the extracurriculars, trying to take Mason Reese out.
The frustration's boiling over here, and obviously the Red Devils have to be a bit more careful than the Stampede. The Stampede have the number 1 seed locked up, and they need to avoid discipline here on a multi-game basis.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, we'll see what we see, but we're not sure if we'll get any. Extra penalties that carry over into the subsequent weekends, but if you're the Stampede players, be in the position they're in, they could potentially rest a few players next week if they had to. The Red Devils are going to be into some, at least a must-win one game in the sort of next scenario. So,
well, now is a really good time to start talking scenarios as they're going to work this out. The most important thing here is the Red Devils did not need to win this one. They're not eliminated. There's no problems here. The only thing that they do have to do is get one win of any kind off of the Botany Swarm in Botany next weekend. So the playoffs will work out that way, that they need to have enough points, which all they need is
they're going to go into next weekend 4 points ahead of the Botany Swarm. So, again, Red Devils in the fourth place spot going into that weekend. But if the Swarm come by and take 6 points off them, and then they'll jump them into that fourth place spot. So, as you said, the Red Devils do need one win. It can be an overtime win to take 2 points off, and they'll secure that next weekend. But again, obviously potentially not going to be able to get that done today with just under 3.5 minutes to go in a 5-goal deficit, and still be determined what the player strengths will be after our interaction of players. So, but SkyCity Stampede, they're going to again go into the playoffs once again. I can't remember the last time that they've missed the playoffs.
Have they? It feels like that's never happened.
Like we said, they won it the last 9
out of 10 years and that it's been awarded.
And I believe they were in that final when they lost it as well. I think
to the Admirals.
The Admirals won it in Queenstown.
I thought they won it at home actually, but it's been a while. It's been so long that you were probably right on that.
Pre-COVID.
Yes,
was the last time that
I think
a team other than the SkyCity Stampede have won the Burgle Cup. So
I want to say it was 2019, but they'd have to look it up. I'm sure everybody in the chat's going to Wikipedia right now and going and finding that information right now. But so actually, Chris, can we bring up standings really quickly here just for a few seconds while they get this sorted out? I mean, it's fun to watch people talk, but not really. Let's see if, there it is. So 4 points. So what this means is the 2 games that they play, there will be 6 standings points awarded between those 2 games, one way or the other. That's how it works. It's not like the NHL in North America where a tie game gets 3 points and a win gives a 2-point game and all of that. So 3-2-1-0 is how it goes. And the Swarm hold the tiebreaker. So if they, what has to happen is they have to win both games. But if they win both games, it's 3-1 in the series. We can go back to that really sketch goal that went in early in the season and say how important that is right now. But, we didn't really ever get any proof one way or the other. We just said it was judged to be in.
At the end of the day, the score sheet was locked in.
The score sheet was in.
And that was it. So,
I think we all weren't sure on that one at best. But because we are where we are, the Red Devils have every opportunity. So they're going to effectively, if you want to think of it this way, think of it as one of those series where they have a 3-2 lead going into Game 6. And they're heading to Botany, and they're going to have 2 chances. Any win will do. If it's an overtime win, they're through.
So, obviously, if SkyCity Stampede do lock this one in, they lock in the top spot, but they'll be playing the Admirals next weekend as well in Queenstown. So the Admirals actually have a spot to play for, whether they're going to get, they're currently in 3rd behind the Dunedin Thunder, but if they take 6 points or a couple of wins off the Stampede, they will then jump to 2nd place, and they'll get to host a home semi-final versus the Dunedin Thunder.
Yeah, so that's important for them.
Yeah, so they're going to be playing. Of course, Stampede, even though you locked up top spot, you're not just going to not play next weekend. You're going to be there practicing fine-tuning as we're finally back underway, and it does look like after all of that, SkyCity Stampede will have a power play opportunity here as it's 5-on-4 lined up here. So with 2 minutes to go, and that will just take us back to about 1:30 to go of potential 5-on-5 if nothing happens on the power play. But looks to me like the Stampede are running at least their 2nd unit out here. Or maybe there's some gaps left by Gene in the box. Amston now has it here on the Hash marks as he tries to feed one through the slot to Chalice, but Bull gets a piece of it. Chalice now goes low. The flight, it's up tight now to Amston with a shot, but that hits stick of Harry Lowe and up into the netting. And I think it's more Coach Free has just had to make some few replacements with Devlin and Jean in the box for the Stampede, and it looks like Higgins and Reese in the box for the Red Devils.
Yeah, I have the penalties for Higgins and Reese are listed as roughing. We'll see what the other ones are here in a minute. Somehow they're not coming up on the screen. I'm not happy about that, but
there you go. Flight almost wins it back directly between his two D-men, and Chalice has to skate back, and Harry Lowe almost gets a stick on that. Stampede now bring it up through Chalice. He finds Campbell's stick, and it won't be icing as Hopkins is forced to chase, and body put on by Campbell. And
Hopkins loses a stick there.
Stick looks like it's broken in two as Harry Lowe brings it out on that right side as he gets around Chalice and feeds Ball in the slot for the shot. Hits the chest and the rebound's loose, but can't get a back hold of it as Amston settles it down. He now brings it up over the blue line. He leaves it for Campbell, but Harry Lowe puts pressure on him. Byfield now goes to collect it. Broken stick to contend with there. He does a Sean Brown and throws it off the back of the net. And now tries to throw it through the middle of his defensive zone and doesn't get out of the zone as Stampede keep it in the zone. But again, they're on the power play, but they've got a 5-goal lead, so they're probably not really too worried about scoring here. There's finally Roth. Now brings it with some speed. He splits through the neutral zone. Big rebound. Goes into the corner off Rusty Jones. Stampede throws it in the slot, and it's a save by Dan Reesing. Another one, still loose in front. Backhand from Rusty Jones. Scrambling puck. Josh Lowe getting across it. Red Devils scrambling on the penalty kill there.
4 saves.
Managed to keep the scoreboard from not moving. And just got over 10 seconds on the penalty.
Interesting, that's Harry Lowe's stick that's out on the ice. Little shenanigans on the bench there.
Roth brings it over the zone, throws it to True up top, feeds it down to the corner to McCargers. Reese is out of the box, back to even strength, tries to go across to Roth. Now a shot, and that goes up high. And Mason Reese comes straight out of the box and straight into Roth as he was winding up that shot.
That was a very clean hit right out of the box. And Reese, well, you know, he had plenty of time to line him up, did not charge, and then piles right into Roth.
Yeah, and then we got a good reaction from the crowd here as they're still fizzing for some action here as we've got 81 seconds to play as they finalise their troops for these last few shifts.
Yeah, Amston asking for why that wasn't charging, but he didn't leave his feet in that, so good hit there by Reese, making an impact.
Tap and separates Rusky Jones and throws it around the board to Morrissey now, but that goes through him. True has it. Down low to Roby. Up high to Skipper. Back to True, but it's out of the zone now. Rusky Jones tries to bring it back in. He's still hunting for his third of the night. Last minute, Haas tries to build some speed, but desperate dive there from McCarg. And now Campbell and Tappan collide. A couple of tall figures. His puck goes behind and Dan Reason stops that down. Byfield picks it up and he tries to get through the Stampede players. Campbell with his long reach and stick manages to slow him down, and now Byfield will take a penalty and try and get some extra from Campbell, but Gio Campbell, you just sit there and smile.
Yeah, Byfield's going to sit for 2. He'll finish this game on that tripping call. I think that was Campbell just getting enough frustration out of him. It worked. You take a player like Byfield who's come back and a little sensitive to all of that physicality there, and you know should be, but he's not. You know, they're not in the vision of the referees right away, and then when he finally retaliates, guess who's looking?
Yep. Last 30 seconds to go here. The Devils find themselves on the penalty kill. It goes behind the net. Amston gets it down along the half balls with Keo Cope, trying to get it off him. Adjusts his helmet. Finds Skipper in front as he's diving in from the blue line. Now Flight with a shot, a save, rebound, loose, Campbell, waved off.
No, waved off, yep.
Waved off.
I think somebody hit Reason in the face.
Yeah, I think it was either that, but there was definitely no goal signalled there by the official. So Reason does have his helmet off, adjusting some equipment there, so looks like that was pushed free by the Stampede player or not, but we might not
see that one there.
We might not get the full one, but nevertheless, the scoreboard stays the same. It is 8-3 to the SkyCity Stampede. Now 11 seconds to go. Having ball.
And we're going to hold that one.
Amston's just going to take his time here in neutral zone and throw it in. Oh, almost a deflection off the Red Devils player. Catches Dan Reason off as we're into the final seconds. And that will end it here.
A hard-fought game, Dan. It is a tough one to come off with such an emotional win like they'd had last night. But a team like the Stampede, they will manage to get a split, and they should. You know, it's a very good team, and they showed it today. They jumped out in front early, 2-0, and this just generally playing well, staying out of the box. The Red Devils gave up a few penalties they didn't like. When the Stampede did commit penalties, the power play was excellent for the Red Devils. That was a highlight of today's game, as well as scoring in the first 20 seconds of each period, second and third.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was the in-between parts that the Stampede did really well, holding on to the puck a long time.
Yeah, indeed. So Fabian Haas scoring the 2 power play goals there for the Red Devils, but if it was 5-on-5 hockey, I think it was pretty much the Stampede. They were able to shut down the Red Devils. I don't really think the Red Devils actually challenged Gerard and Net too much. Most shots were from tight angles or, you know, had enough time to see it. So Red Devils weren't able to generate that threat there today. I don't really recall too many odd man rushes or anything, you know, going against them. So Stampede played a very solid game today, shutting down, really just minimising the opportunities. And then when they got a chance to shoot and to score, they were putting them in.
Yeah, and a couple of them went their way today too. So you have to think sometimes it isn't your day, and this was definitely one of those where it was the Stampede's day. There's the summary here. So you have goals from Gagnon, Tappan, and Haast, and a slew of goals from the visitors: Connor Jean, Rusky Jones, Roth, Flight, Harrison, and Freer. And a lot of penalties, but all of the penalties that I saw were 2-minute variety penalties. So hopefully none of that carries over into next weekend. Hopefully not anyways. And Dan, you had a point.
Yeah, just sort of reiterating the shots on goal there at the top there. SkyCity Stampede had 48 shots versus the 26 for the Red Devils. So it's sort of a wee bit of a telltale there that, you know, throughout the majority of that game, 5-on-5 hockey, it was Stampede that had more time, possession, and creating chances. The Red Devils just not doing enough and not being able to break the Stampede today.
Time, possession, and space. They had a lot of space to move, and that's something that the Red Devils will have to get adjusted for if, in fact, they do end up meeting in the playoffs. That is, and it'll be an interesting one, especially since it is still an aggregate goal series. So that's a different one as well. So the Red Devils, one of the things they'll also need to focus on here, thinking about playoff hockey, they're going to play 2 regular games going into the Swarm. And if they can get a win, they're going to go into a 2-game series with this same Stampede team. And the thing that they need to worry about is it's 2 games that's basically 1 game, that you add up all of the goals at the end, and whoever's got the most goals over both games, it doesn't matter who, if you win one and lose one, it's most goals, and that's what it really comes down to. And you can't have these times where you give 5 or 6 minutes of possession up to your opponent and end up getting a couple of them scored against you. Maybe you can come back on the day, but on a 2-game series, that's a tougher one to come back from.
Yeah, indeed. Again, the player, how that's structured here, the first game, you know, if you're losing the first game by 1 goal, normally you pull your goalie and try and get that extra one back to tie it up to go to overtime. But with being that aggregate stuff, you don't actually want to give up empty net goals, because then it makes the second game a lot more harder for yourself. So the coaches have to be a little bit switched on as well. Make sure you're reminding the players, because, again, if you're losing by a couple of goals in the first game, you don't actually want your players switching off and focusing, because you actually, you know, every goal counts.
Every goal counts, yes. So Red Devils saying thank you to their players. Sean Brown coming out of the box.
To their crowd as well here today.
Their crowd, yeah. What a crowd. Both games selling out. It's been a great way to close the season here for the Alpine Ice and the Red Devils. The only games coming up here that we know of, well, I can tell you for a fact there won't be any more home games for the Red Devils. They have no chance to get the 3 seed anymore because of the loss today. That's a small detail, but that means that there will be no playoff hockey in Christchurch. It's kind of a bummer, but, you know, they could manage to make their way through the playoffs still. That's the important part. But there is more hockey on the way. In 2 weekends, we have the NZIHL tournament, all playoff games here on that Saturday, Sunday, starting August 1st. And we'll be back here to broadcast that. I'll be back here. Paul will be in the booth. And well, we've got a lot of games coming up for that one. So more ice hockey available here in Christchurch, just 2 weeks away.
Indeed. Until then, you'll tune in next week for the NZIHL action. Again, Canterbury Red Devils heading up to Botany Swarm for a 2-game series, and the Pure NZ Admirals heading down to Queenstown to play the SkyCity Stampede, and those 4 games will round off the regular season, and that will set up the playoff picture.
All right, for Dan Nichols, I'm Matt Chavez. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Final score, SkyCity Stampede 8, Canterbury Red Devils 3. We'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.